Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.
TV everywhere.
TV everywhere?
That's right, everywhere. You can watch TV from your tablet, your phone, your laptop, any mobile device, anywhere you want.
Laundromat?
Yes.
Grocery store?
Yes.
Park?
Yes.
What if I wanted to watch TV at home?
All your favorite networks all the time. It's TV everywhere from TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Albert Sporting Goods is here to outfit your team, both on and off the field. Since 1980, Albert Sporting Goods has serviced schools, clubs, and businesses throughout Ohio. For all of your uniform, spirit wear, and equipment needs, make it Albert Sporting Goods. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 supports veterans programs such as Gifts for Yanks, Support the Troops, Comfort Warriors, Blood Donor, POW MIA programs, as well as children and youth programs. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, Scholarships in Education, Boy Scouts, Oratorical, and Shooting Sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
Oglaze Equipment Rental is your source for all your equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a project, we can help get the job done more efficiently. Check us out at 1900 Salina Road or oglazeequipmentrental.com or just call 419-394-7883. Oglaze Equipment Rental.
Well, a very pleasant good evening, everyone, and we welcome you to Grand Lake Health Systems Field in St. Mary's, Ohio, and we welcome you to another Rider Nation Station telecast, as tonight we bring you the cross-county rivalry as the St. Mary's Roughriders host the Wapak Redskins. Zach, another perfect night for football. We're in week number 3. It's hard to believe that it's already almost a third of the season is completed. A lot of football to play, but again, another beautiful evening.
Unbelievable that we're this far in the season already, but we say that every week, don't we? And looking out here, yeah, blue skies. The field temperature is 81 degrees, and I'm excited. This is always a rivalry, and certainly over the last 10, 15 years has become, I think, the biggest rivalry in the WBL.
Well, the Wapak Redskins come in with an overall mark of 1-1 or 1-0 in the Western Buckeye League. They defeated OG last Friday in their Western Buckeye League opener by a score of 14-7. Of course, the Roughriders win on the road at Defiance. They are perfect on this season, having defeated London in their season opener, Defiance last week in their Western Buckeye League opener, and they find themselves 1-0 in the Western Buckeye League. Travis Moyer's ball club comes in. Zach, when we talk about Wapak, they're a very young ball club. I think they're returning 4 players offensively. They've got 6 players coming back on the defense, and of course, their quarterback is Caleb Moyer, and he's a youngster.
Yeah, from right off the film, what jumped out at me is they've got very solid offensive and defensive lines. They got pretty good linebackers. I didn't see any athlete that jumped off the film as being real fast or real dominating, but they've got a lot of solid guys. Their quarterback makes some really nice passes to the flats and down the field, so St. Mary's defense needs to be ready for it tonight.
Well, keep in mind, Caleb Moyer, the quarterback, is just a freshman. He stands 6'1". He's 170 pounds. So again, he's got 2 varsity games under his belt and get ready to take on his 3rd against the Roughriders. So the Roughrider defense, in order to be successful against Wapak, I believe, has to put pressure on Moyer.
The scary thing is that with just being a freshman, you just wonder how much he's going to keep improving game after game.
Exactly.
And it's true. He truly does not look like a freshman when he's out there throwing the ball. So.
On the defensive side of the field, for the Wapakoneta Redskins, Connor Mextro is their standout linebacker, so the Roughrider offensive line are going to have to keep him in check, keep him from penetrating. You see on your screen is the color guard as they present the colors for tonight's ball game prior to our national anthem. The colors are presented by the American Legion Post 323 and the St. Mary's VFW. You see on your screen right there the shot of the POW chair that's sitting in the corner of the end zone. That's in memory of all the POWs. St. Mary's Memorial All-Brass Marching Band is on the field in preparation to play our national anthem. As they do that, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back with the kickoff of tonight's contest between the Wapakoneta Redskins and the St. Mary's Roughriders right after this break.
Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Roughrider athletics and the Memorial student athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Roughriders football game streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, drinks, sports.
St. Mary's Eagles 767 is dedicated to promoting the general welfare of the citizens of St. Mary's by giving special attention to public improvements. They are also committed to helping meet the public needs and all that relates to the betterment, convenience, and comforts of the citizens of St. Mary's. For more information on how you can become a member, call 419-394-3257 or stop in during business hours at 404 East Spring Street in St. Mary's. St. Mary's Eagles, 767. People helping people.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
Alrighty, we welcome you back. As you see on your screen, the St. Mary's Roughriders making their way onto the field here at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell as we get ready to bring you the game between the Wapakoneta Redskins and the St. Mary's Roughriders.
Joey talked a little bit about what some of the things that jumped off the screen at me from watching some of the film last week of Wapakoneta and OG. I think what the biggest part that I thought was I was watching it was that their game was so much similar to St. Mary's game. Wapak really drove the ball down the field several times and threw an interception, had a fumble, and same way that St. Mary's was able to sort of, you thought, oh, they should have scored 2 or 3 more times. Wapakoneta really should have scored a couple more times as well. It was I guess you give credit to OG's defense, though, as we, gave credit to Defiance's defense last week. I'm really excited to see if both of these teams can put some of those mistakes to bed this week. If so, we may have sort of a shootout tonight. If not, if it's still early in the season and we see some of those mistakes, we're going to see more of a defensive battle, I think.
Well, for the St. Mary's Roughriders, Zach, they got to hang on to the football. Last week against Defiance, they put it on the turf a couple of times. They lost that. One was a strip of a nice catch and run by Keegan Sharp, and then he had it stripped away inside the 10-yard lines. But Roughriders got to hang on to the football, and Aiden Hinkle has to continue to push forward. He is the leading rusher in the Western Buckeye League, as the stats came out this week, and he's the leading rusher in the Western Buckeye League. And as Coach Fry alluded to on his show on Thursday, is just getting better and better each and every week.
That's something I'm really looking forward to seeing. Is Aiden Hinkle going to continue to get the bulk of the carries and show up for it, or are we going to see somebody else take over tonight? Because we've seen that in previous years. One week we'll have somebody with 150 yards. The next week they'll get 10 carries for 20 yards, and we'll see somebody else have 120,
Absolutely.
130 yards. So I don't care either way as long as St. Mary's gets the win and the offense is moving the ball. But it'll be interesting to see if there's anybody else that steps up, maybe Sharp or Colton Mabry, or if Aiden Hinkle continues his dominance as he showed last week.
Absolutely, and then and the Rough Riders in the backfield are solid. They got Aiden Hinkle at 6 foot 210. He's a senior. Colton Mabry, just a sophomore. It seems like he's already been playing for 3.5 years, but just a sophomore. Braden Sullivan also is starting to come into his own, and then Keegan Sharp gives him that speed to the corner, and we've seen great runs by Keegan here early in the season.
Looking at the other side of Wapak, it's very interesting to see their offense. That it's a wing T offense for maybe 20-30% of the plays, and then it's a shotgun offense. And from the shotgun, though, they'll run a lot of wing T plays. They'll have double tight ends, and they'll throw a wing back on one side, and they'll run a lot of off tackle, or they'll run a draw up the middle out of the shotgun, and then they'll split a couple guys off, and they'll just run more of a traditional shotgun passing offense. Very tough for a defense to react to that, because you got to be ready for a power running offense, and you've got to be ready for a quick pass shotgun offense. So very tough. If you can execute that well, it's very tough for a team to adjust to that on defense. So St. Mary's' defense will have that cut out for them tonight.
Before we get the kickoff underway, we want to give a special birthday shout out to MH class of 1981 Jeff Knotts, celebrating his birthday today, so we wish him the best and hope he has many, many more. Well, both teams are out on the field getting ready for the start of tonight's ball game. This kickoff return is being brought to you by Lori Yelton, State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. State Farm Insurance. Stop by and see Laura or Logan Yelton today.
Joe, while we're giving shout-outs, I got to give a shout-out to Chris and Elizabeth High. They wanted to let me know that they're going to be watching tonight from Germany. They're over there. They're going to be live streaming the game from their condo balcony. So shout-out to Chris and Elizabeth High watching Rider Nation Station all the way from Germany.
Wow. Keegan Sharp, Kevin Perry, and Braden Sullivan with a ball, and he'll get it to, well, he's going to bounce to the outside where he was brought down at about the 17-yard line. So I thought there for a while he was going to get a little second effort and kind of break it to the outside, but good pursuit by the Wapakoneta kickoff team, and the Rough Riders will have it 1st and 10. The ball will be placed at their own 18-yard line. So here comes the Rough Riders on their first possession.
Wapak did a nice job of getting in there and really creating a jam there at that second wall. Sullivan had a lot of room to the outside, but just got tackled just a little too late.
Caleb Miller will bring the Rough Riders out. He's at the center for the Rough Riders. Cody Wallace underneath. Give the ball to Keegan Sharp. He runs to the right, and the Wapakoneta Redskins defense swarmed to the football.
Looked like 54 was in the backfield right now. Tyler Hauser, senior, 6'3", 205 pounds.
And Jordan Snyder was in on the tackle. He's one of Wapakoneta's cornerbacks, so good pursuit by Snyder. So Cody Wallace, as he does each and every week, runs over, gets the play from offensive coordinator Kobe Fry, and takes it back onto the field to relay to his teammates. Here comes the Rough Riders with a wing formation to the left. Aiden Hinkle, he'll fight forward, and he'll get to the 20-yard line, so we'll call it second down and 8. Or excuse me, 3rd down and 8 for the Rough Riders.
Well, that was that outside trap that we saw work very well a few times last week, and that one wasn't too bad, really. You try to get 4 or 5 yards, and they picked up 4.5, but they still got a long 3rd down here.
Wallace back to pass. He'll swing it out to Keegan Sharp, and he's only going to gain a couple before the Redskins corral him and bring him down for about a 2-yard gain.
Well, you can see what they were trying to do there on the replay. They sent one receiver deep, and it kind of cleared out the sidelines, and they swung Keegan Sharp out into the flats. And you try to put your speed up against Wapak's and say, hopefully he can run to the 1st down marker. But Wapak did a good job of pursuing that.
Jay Schaefer on to do the punting for the Rough Riders. Grant Jolly back to receive the punt for Wapak. He's standing at his own 42-yard line. End over end punt. It'll come to Jolly at the 40, to the 45, to the 50. He breaks to the outside to the 40, to the 35, and he's brought down at the 30. So a nice return by Grant Jolly, who's a 5'11", 160-pound sophomore, and the return will give the Wapak Redskins excellent field position at the Roughrider 30-yard line. And then when we look at halftime, when we look at the stats, we look at the average yard that starting where they start. This will bring your average up a little bit.
Yeah. St. Mary's' drive started on their own 18, and now Wapak gets to start on St. Mary's' 30.
Moyer pass is incomplete. Pass was intended for Will Campbell. Campbell's a 5'8", 170-pound senior. Don't forget, throughout the course of the ball game this evening, between the first and second quarter and the third and fourth quarter, we'll have the big Roughrider replay. And then also in the third quarter, I've got a dandy of a trivia question.
Excellent.
Maybe not for you, but it's a good one. All righty, we got a timeout on the floor on the Family Audiology scoreboard with the score 0-0, 9:51 remaining in the first quarter. We'll be back.
Hello, I'm Dr. Ellen Hunter, owner of Family Audiology Associates with offices in Salina and St. Mary's. I am a St. Mary's Memorial graduate and a proud supporter of our Auglaize and Mercer County community. Since 2004, my staff and I have tested and treated the hearing imbalance of many of our infants, children, adults, and elderly in our community, and we would be proud for you or your loved one to be one of our next patients. Call Family Audiology Associates today, your hometown hearing experts, and go Riders!
All righty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell. Glad to have you along. Of course, we got some people watching in Germany. So if wherever you might be watching, if you want to in the comments to let us know where you happen to be watching. Of course, we'll acknowledge all the facilities in the St. Mary's that have people gathered to watch tonight's contest. We're glad to have you aboard. We'll mention them in just a moment. Jolly on the sweep, and the Roughriders get to him and bring him down. Good job, Braden Sullivan sniffing it out. Also number 11 on the play for the Roughrider defense. That is Caden Sharp. I'll tell you, see on your screen right there, number 33, Tristan Gardner. I'll tell you what, last week against Defiance, he had himself a whale of a ball game. And I'll tell you what, he's going to have his hands full tonight as he has a receiver out on him. And Moyer goes back. It's a short pass to Jolly, to the 15, to the 10. And he's going to be tackled down at about the 7-yard line. So it'll be a first and goal situation now for the...
Hello, I'm Dr. Ellen.
Wapakoneta saw something where they were able to put Jolly right there in that zone. And unfortunately, we saw a couple of those missed tackles that Coach Fry was talking about this week. Defense needs to clean up their missed tackles. Offense needs to clean up their turnovers. And so far, dealing with the short field, defense had a little bit of a letdown right there.
So it'll be first and goal for the Redskins. The ball is placed at the Roughrider 7-yard line. So Moyer give the ball to number 17. That's Jace Nouse.
And that was a big hole. Excellent job from Jamal Kessler of shedding his block and getting a hand on Nouse to get that stopped.
So it'll be a second down and goal. The ball is placed at the Roughrider 5-yard line. Here comes the Redskins to the line of scrimmage. Moyer in the shotgun. He's got Nouse to his left. Sends Mextro in motion. Touchdown, Wapak. Caleb Moyer with the quarterback keeper goes to his left, finds an opening right off tackle, and takes it 5 yards for a touchdown. So the Wapakoneta Redskins are on the board first. Big hole right there by their offensive line.
Yeah, nothing too fancy, just a power off tackle run from the quarterback. So far, Wapakoneta's offensive line doing a great job of creating some holes.
Preston Meyer on to do the point after for Wapak. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 8:01 remaining here in the first quarter on the Family Audiology scoreboard, it's the Wapakoneta Redskins 7, the St. Mary's Roughriders nothing. Back right after this.
Here at TLC, we expanded our business, so we wanted the security of knowing exactly where all the kids are and what's going on in each of the rooms. We chose Fowler's because we've done all our televisions with them, and they mentioned they have security systems. So we just wanted to go out and look at it, and they were very upfront, and they do excellent work from start to finish. And so we chose Fowler's TV. It's been great for us here at TLC Learning Center, and Fowler's TV would be great for anyone.
Back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field, Rider Nation Station. Glad to have you along as you're watching Rough Rider football as the Wapakoneta Redskins do battle with our St. Mary's Rough Riders. The Redskins score first. Of course, Zach, that was, I think, due in part to excellent starting position. They started at the Rough Riders' 30-yard line and then was able to take it in.
So tough when you give your defense a short field from the 30-yard line to ask them then to not stop them from getting those 30 yards. But some things for the defense to work on that drive right there. A couple missed tackles, a couple times Wapak caught them in the zone on a couple of passes. So hopefully the offense can take the ball out of Wapak's hands here for a nice long Rough Rider drive.
This kickoff return is being brought to you by Lori Yelton State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Stop by and see Laura or Logan Yelton, State Farm Insurance, in St. Mary's today. Kickoff went into the end zone, so the Rough Riders will have the ball 1st and 10 after the touchback, and it'll be placed at the 20-yard line, and hopefully the Rough Riders will be able to kind of answer the call, so to speak.
Looks like the student section went with a whiteout theme tonight. Maybe pick a game that's not Wapakoneta who's wearing white, but
exactly.
You know.
Aiden Hinkle gave him a gain of 5 on the play, maybe 6. Good run by Aiden. Just puts his ears back, follows that offensive line of Xavier LeClaire, Trent Wyckoff, Caleb Miller, Greg Felver, Braden Saylor, and Eli Rickard. So we're going to call it 2nd down and 4. We'll give him a gain of 6 on the last play. Carter Steinberg goes wide to the left. And here comes Hinkle on the short pitch. Gets the corner. He's to the 30.
He's still going.
He's gone. He's to the 40, to the 45, crosses midfield to the 48-yard line. And that should make our Saturday highlight show, sponsored by the American Legion Post 323 in St. Mary's. Yep, and that is also a Fowler first down.
Aiden Hinkle running like a halfback, but taking on tacklers like a fullback, like he has been for the past 3 years. That's probably his best run we've seen of the season.
1st and 10 for the Rough Riders. They're now in Wapak territory. The ball is at the Wapak 48. Give the ball to Hinkle. He'll kind of just dive forward for about a yard on the play.
So far, heavy reliance on Hinkle, inside and outside. But as long as he's running like that, big run, we'll take it.
Here's the pitch. They're going to run it to the short side of the field, and he's going to be close to a first down.
Excellent blocking by the offensive line. Trent Wyckoff out there took a couple guys right there, kept his head up, and was getting 2 more down the field. 56, excellent blocking in front of Hinkle. And Hinkle just, so far tonight, putting the game on his shoulders for St. Mary's.
Absolutely. So we'll call it 3rd down and 2 for the Rough Riders. The ball is setting at the Wapak 40-yard line. And and give the ball to Aiden Hinkle, and he'll go up the middle for a Rough Rider first down. As a matter of fact, it happens to be a Fowler first down as they move the chains on the far side of the field. Fowler's TV for all your TV and entertainment needs. Stop by and see Fowler's TV in St. Mary's. We have a slot to the left. Carter Steinberg wide to the left. Give the ball to Colton Mabry, and he's going to be run out of bounds.
Good stiff arm against the first tackler, but unfortunately there were 3 or 4 other ones right behind him.
Now they're going to give him a loss of 3 on the play, so the Rough Riders will find themselves 2nd and 13.
64 for Wapakoneta. Caden Ware was in the backfield right now. I think the tackle on that left side just wasn't able to get him sealed off.
Carter Steinberg will go wide to the right. Turn, give the ball to Hinkle right side, and he is brought down. He put on his back, but not before he gains about 5 yards on the play. We'll call it 4 yards on the play. So we'll call it 3rd down and 9 for the Rough Riders. For most teams and programs, this is a passing situation, but not necessarily the case for the Rough Riders.
No, especially not at this point in the field either. 34-yard line, they're probably thinking about they're going to go for it on 4th down as long as it's a little closer.
Wallace is going to roll to the right. They're going to throw the football, and he is going to go down as Tyler Hauser comes across the line and puts Cody Wallace to the turf for a big loss of about 5 on the play. So it'll be 4th and 15 now for the Rough Riders as Jay Schaefer will be back to do the punting.
That was a boot, and the guards were out there. Unfortunately, the defenders were running kind of behind them. I'm not sure if they need to keep their head backwards and make sure nobody's coming through the line, or if Wallace just needs to get a little bit further outside behind their blockers.
Schaefer gets a high punt. Grant Jolly gets it, and he is not going anywhere. Good punt coverage by the Rough Riders. Nice high punt by Jay Schaefer. So the Wapakoneta Redskins will have it for their 2nd possession of the ball game. 4:01 remaining here in the first quarter on the Family Audiology scoreboard. Caleb Moyer in the shotgun. Has Connor Mextro, I believe, to his left. Moyer's going to hang on to the football and keep it, but he's going.
Ball's
loose
out
on the field. It's still loose on the field, and Wapak comes up with it.
Watch Moyer. They tried the same play that they scored a touchdown on. It's just a little QB keep to the outside. Really had a pretty nice gain, 5-6 yards down the field, but a great job there by Keegan Sharp. Ripped the ball out.
Yeah. And it goes.
A couple of St. Mary's players tried to fall on it.
Well, he
tried to pick it
up. Kevin Perry tried to pick the football up instead of just falling on it. I'm sure that'll be discussed.
Yep.
This week. Caleb Moyer in the shotgun. He's going to give it the ball to, I think it's Jay Snouse. We'll double check the number.
Yep, was Snouse.
Yep. Jay Snouse on the carry.
Good hard run.
Yep. It'll bring up 2nd down and 13 for the Redskins. We'll see if they'll go to the air or if they'll be just satisfied with keeping it on the ground and then possibly punting it out. Moyer is going to throw the football, and it is caught, and receiver is taken down. Will Campbell on the reception for the Redskins. It's going to be well short of the first down, and Wapakoneta I'm sure will punt the football away. 2:25 remaining here in the first quarter. Wapak leads 7-0. Braden Sullivan will go back, and he'll be standing at the Roughrider 44-yard line. Now, here's an interesting situation. Last week they had 2 punt returners. Now they got 1. Do you think the confusion back there has caused them to go to 1?
That's interesting.
Or are they going to go after the football?
Oh, yep.
Sullivan's got it at the 45. He's to the 50, to the 45, and puts his head down, and Rough Riders almost got it on the block. I think the Rough Riders brought 10. That was a bad snap. It was high. Good job by the punter.
Man. I think Colton Mabry was just inches from blocking that.
Yeah.
Great job by Sullivan with a little juke there to start it out with.
So the Rough Riders will have the football at the Wapakoneta 44-yard line. Wing to the left. Give the ball to Hinkle up the middle, and he'll get about a yard and a half on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 9.
Just a little inside trap, a little traditional trap, as St. Mary's fans would recognize. Important to keep the defense honest by trying to run through all the holes.
Oh, it ball's on the ground, and it's turned over, and the Wapakoneta Redskins will come up with it as number 64, Caden Ware, defensive lineman, comes up with it.
Some sort of communication or between Hinkle and Cody Wallace, because Cody Wallace tossed it like a toss sweep, and Hinkle wasn't even looking for the ball.
Right.
I saw him having some words afterwards. I don't know what exactly they were figuring out.
So the turnover will give the ball to Wapakoneta. The ball will be placed at their own 45-yard line. Caleb Moyer will go under center. Splits in the
Ball's
back.
out.
He puts it on the ground, and he picks it up, and he's going to go to the 45. He'll get the first down. So a fumbled snap by Wapak. Moyer was able to make something out of potentially nothing, but he comes up with a first down after he picks up about 11 yards on the play. Now the Redskins are in St. Mary's territory. Ball is placed at the St. Mary's 43-yard line. Moyer under center. Turn. Give the ball to Nouse. Nouse to the outside. Good gain by Nouse before he's shoved out of bounds. Clock will stop. I'd like to give a shout out to all those folks that are listening out at Varsity Lanes, Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub, the American Legion, St. Mary's VFW. Any other places that you know of?
BW's?
Yep, B-Dubs, absolutely.
Watching us at Roots Pub, I know. Formerly the CNC. And also out at the Tap House tonight, St. Mary's Tap House.
Well, we've got a timeout on the field. We're going to take a quick break with the score. The Wapakoneta Redskins 7, the St. Mary's Rough Riders nothing. Back right after this.
Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub has partnered with Rider Nation Station this season so that every Friday night, Guarneri's can be Rough Rider Central. Guarneri's will be streaming Rough Rider football live every Friday night at 7, paired with your favorite Rider aid. Call Guarneri's during or after the game to place your pickup order for pizza, wings, or hoagies at 419-394-2244. Remember, Guarneri's, home of the signature Big Ralph.
1:21 remaining here in the first quarter on the Family Audiology scoreboard. 7-0 Wapak. Zach, we got people watching all over the country.
Yeah, not only from lots of places in St. Mary's, but we've got Kevin Cordy watching from Colorado Springs, Colorado. We got another listener or another watcher from Murrieta, California. Ryan Meyer watching from Chesapeake, Virginia. And Lester Cross-Thorne watching from San Benito, Texas. BJ Axe watching from Toledo.
It'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Redskins. Ball at the 36. Moyer goes to the left, and he is brought down by a host of Rough Riders. Keegan Sharp's in there. Also number 14's in on the play. That is, who might that be? Number 14 is Jamal Kessler. Good job. Also at number 20 and on the play is Hayden Davis. And Jay Schaefer cleans it up. So it'll be 3rd down. We're going to call it 5. Ball is placed at the Rough Rider 38-yard line. Moyer in the shotgun. It's going to go pump fake, goes deep, passes out, and Keegan Sharp is there. We've got a flag on the play, a Dave Weilbacher penalty flag.
Going to call defensive holding here. We can see on the pump fake, Keegan gets bit a little bit, and you can see right there at the very top right of your screen, he grabs it.
Pass was intended for Grant Jolly.
Watching the replay again here, see the pump fake happens about 7-8 yards down the field.
And as he spins.
And then right there, you'll see him reach out and grab him.
Yeah.
And it's a little hard to see on the replay, but I could see it from up here in the press box. He got enough jersey that the back judge was able to see it pretty clearly.
So the Redskins will have it 1st and 10. The ball is placed at the Rough Rider 23-yard line. Redskins shift to the left. Jolly on the carry, busts through. We'll give him a gain of about 5 on the play.
That was actually Jay Snouse. Yep.
That's Jay Snouse, you're right.
He's a hard runner, very impressive.
Alrighty, that's the end of the first quarter here at Grand Lake Health Systems Field with the score on the Family Audiology scoreboard. It's the Wapakoneta Redskins 7, the St. Mary's Rough Riders nothing. It's time now for our Big Ralph Rider replay, brought to you by our friends at Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub, home of the signature Big Ralph sub, pizza, and calzone. Give them a call today at 419-394-2244. We hope you enjoy this edition of our Big Ralph Rider replay.
Formation, Darren Stiles, turns, wants to hand the ball, I believe it's the ball loose, Rough Riders have got it back. It's just that quick. There was some confusion in the backfield. Let's see who's got it. 74 comes out of the pile. He seems to be the happy individual. That is Paul Out, senior defensive tackle. The Rough Riders have it at the goal line.
Paul Out. About your era? What year would that happen to have been, Mr. Weilbacher?
Paul Out, 88.
1988, absolutely. So we get ready to start the second quarter. Zach, your assessment of the first quarter. Rough Riders just haven't been able to find their way right now. Wapak swarming to the football. Rough Riders have dropped it a couple of times, and that's not a good sign.
The only positive thing you'll say for St. Mary's is that you're only down 7-0 right now because you haven't really
moved the football
at all. I think maybe three or four first downs. And defensively, we've seen them step up now a couple times. One really good stop on the drive and needed to get one here.
I think that's Caleb Moyer, the quarterback, on a keeper. He's just going to keep it, gets through the line of scrimmage. Good job on the linebackers of blocking and makes a move on Gardner.
Well, we're getting good pressure.
Hangs on.
we're getting good pressure and penetration from our D-line and our linebackers, but we're letting them set us up into lanes that they're just running through. Got to shed some blocks and get some hands on these guys on these crucial downs.
Caleb Moyer, the freshman quarterback for Wapak, under center. He'll turn. He'll give the ball to
Jason
House, and he's going to get it down. No, he's going to be short of the goal line. Tristan Gardner has in about the 6, and they just carries, and that's just nothing but pure leg strength right there. Pushes it down. The ball will be placed at the inside the 1 yard line. So it'll be second and goal inside the 1. And
stop.
Kevin Perry drills the ball carrier, which is Connor Mextro. Perry shoots the gap, and that should make the American Legion Post 323 Saturday highlight show. So the Rough Rider defense has got to rise to the occasion as they find themselves third and goal inside the 1. And here we go. Caleb Moyer under center. He's going to go with a quarterback sneak, and he's going to go in for the touchdown.
Ooh.
Got a little bit of assistance from his running backs as they help him into the end zone, and the Wapakoneta Redskins now take a 13-0 lead on the Family Audiology scoreboard.
Ball also fell out there at the end. He was already well into the end zone, but if he keeps running the ball, I know St. Mary's is going to keep looking to knock that ball out. So, well, we really need the offense to respond now.
Yep.
Can't get down any further.
That's a bobbled hold, and they're going to throw it up into the end zone, and they're going to get 2 points out of this. 2 points as Connor Mextro for Wapak comes down with it. Wow.
Fortunate broken play, but I'm more disappointed in the PAT block. You know, you had a bunch of guys standing back there. They thought it had already been kicked. He just stands up and throws the ball because I'm not sure why he wasn't able to put it down or wasn't able to kick it.
Ends up with a 2-point conversion, and the Wapakoneta Redskins extend their lead 15-0 over the Rough Riders. It's 10:07 remaining here in the first half. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come right back with the Wapak kickoff right after this.
If you're looking to renovate your home, former Rough Rider football standout Craig Hewer is your go-to man. Hewer Renovating is an all-phase residential specialist with over 40 years experience and an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. Improve your investment by giving Hewer Renovating a call at 419-394-8643.
This kickoff return is being brought to you by Laura Yelton, State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Laura Yelton, State Farm Insurance. Stop in and see Laura or Logan Yelton.
Speaking of
today.
Yelton, Dex and Trey Yelton, the other two Yelton brothers, are watching from Jupiter, Florida.
Wow. We got a Dave Weilbacher penalty on the play as the ball sails out of bounds at about the 11-yard line. So the Rough Riders will take possession. Or do they go to the 35? Or do they go to the 30?
It should be.
I think it goes to the 30.
30. Or we can ask them to re-kick.
They could do that too. He's going to send the offense out on the field, so the Rough Riders are going to take the penalty, and they'll have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line, I'm sorry. So the Rough Riders offense right now has got to show up because they cannot afford to go behind 3 scores, because that's a monumental task. Wallace turns to give the ball to Sharp, and Keegan will get a gain of about 6 on the play.
Good news is you got 9 minutes on the clock, so plenty of time.
Absolutely.
But also the perfect amount of time for a St. Mary's drive that eats up almost that whole clock and puts you in at halftime just down one score.
Right. So we'll call it 2nd down and 4. Ball's at the 41-yard line of St. Mary's. Wallace turns, give the ball to Hinkle. Hinkle keeps his legs moving, and he'll get a Fowler TV first down.
That was I'm always one to give the offensive line credit, but that one was just Aiden Hinkle. You can see he stopped right there early, and he just runs through it.
Yep, takes a couple of Redskins on his back and just powers it forward. The nose of the football is resting at the St. Mary's 49-yard line. 1st and 10, 9:17 remaining. You can see it on your screen. Wallace, turn, give the ball to Braden Sullivan to the outside. He's to the 40, makes a move
block.
To the 35, and he's going out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Nice run by Braden Sullivan. That might be the spark the Rough Riders need.
Nice block down the field from Carter Steinberg as well. Yeah, designed run inside, but a lot of room outside. Sullivan with some nice vision. Look at this block right there from Carter Steinberg.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rough Riders at the Redskins' 30-yard line. Wing to the right is Mabry. Give the pitch to Sullivan. Sullivan, give him a gain of about 6 on the play. Braden Sullivan, that's his 2nd carry of the night, and he is running with some authority.
Yeah. What St. Mary's has done as well is they've shifted some of their formations so that they're able to get a quick pitch to somebody other than their fullback. So you're seeing some of the halfbacks able to get the quick pitch. They've, early on in the game, it was clear that they thought that Wapak was stacking inside, and they wanted to try to get outside on him as much as possible. Once you start getting a couple of these bigger outside runs, it'll open up on the inside a little bit more.
Turn, give the ball to Sullivan up the middle, and he'll get to the 20-yard line. We'll give him a gain of 5. It's close. It's going to be close to a first down, but it's going to be just a little shy. So we'll call it 3rd down and a short one for the Rough Riders. Quarterback sneak by Cody Wallace. That'll be a Fowler TV first down as he picks up about 4 yards on the play.
.62, is that Miller?
No. I thought it was 60. I thought it was Camden Roth. I thought it was 60 at what it looked like to me.
I think it was 62, Greg
62.
Felver.
Okay.
One of the guards. I was just, if it's the center, that can really.
That came off or went on?
Center, 62 came off.
Okay, 60 went in.
Okay.
Full house in the backfield for the Rough Riders. Turn, give the ball to Hinkle. Boy, good block by Camden Roth. Check him out on the offensive line. We're not going to see he's right there on the left.
Well, he got his opportunity to come into the game and took advantage of it.
Absolutely. Falver's back on the field for the Rough Riders. He'll set up at right guard. 6'1", 225-pound senior.
For a second there, I thought it was Caleb Miller that was coming out with the helmet, and that's your center, and that can be very dangerous to get a new center in the middle of a series. Yep.
Carter Steinberg wide to the right. Full house in the backfield. Turn will give the ball to Hinkle up the middle, and he's not going anywhere as number 64 for the Wapakoneta Redskins, Caden Ware, 6'1", 190-pound junior, grabs hold of Hinkle and drags him to the turf. Also in on the play is Mikey Lee, senior. Here comes Keegan Sharp. Braden Sullivan will go to the sideline. 3rd down and 8. The ball is on the Wapak 15-yard line. This is a big play for the Rough Riders. Obviously, I think they're in 4-down territory.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they do anything tricksy or they go with the more traditional, maybe like that sweep outside again.
We've got a timeout called on the field by St. Mary's with 5:53 remaining here in the first half on the Family Audiology scoreboard. Rough Riders trail 15-0. We'll take a break. We'll come back right after this. I was thinking the way they were lining up, it almost looked like they were going to counter back with Sharp.
We haven't seen the counter yet tonight.
So it almost like they were setting it up to do that. I don't know if they would do that out of that formation or not.
The counter is one of those plays that
area for over 57 years. Kogies takes pride in identifying heating, plumbing, and air conditioning solutions which stand out from the rest. Give Kogies a call today. Kogi, Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, a name you can trust.
We're back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell, Rider Nation Station, bringing you this Western Buckeye League encounter between the St. Mary's Rough Riders and the Wapak Redskins. It's 3rd and 8 St. Mary's. Ball is on the Wapak 15-yard line. Carter Steinberg goes wide to the right. There's the pitch to Sullivan. Sullivan trying to find his blockers, and he is brought down by Mikey Lee.
Yeah, that's what you didn't want to see, is a big loss like that. That makes this 4th down much harder.
Jay Schaefer's into the ball game for the Rough Riders. Caleb Miller brings the Rough Riders out over the ball. And Cody Wallace underneath center. He'll turn. They're going to the air. They're going to throw it back. And it passes to Sharp, and it is knocked away by Corbin Mitchell. Cody Wallace wasn't able to get good footing, so he kind of threw the ball falling away as pressure was being applied by the Redskin defense, and kind of dodged a bullet by not having that football picked off.
Yeah, it was one of those throwback passes where you look to the running back out of the backfield, you roll out to the one direction, and then you look to throw back across the field. And it didn't fool Wapak. They had 2 guys right in position there.
So the Rough Riders will turn the football over on downs, and they'll give it to the Wapakoneta Redskins. 5:03 remaining. Plenty of times for the Redskins to do more damage. The Rough Rider defense needs to rise to the occasion and put a stop here. Jay Snouse, the ball carrier for Wapak. Don't forget to stick around with us at halftime for our Hewer Renovating halftime shows. We bring you all the stats and numbers of the first half. To me, it's pretty much the numbers that favor the Wapakoneta Redskins here in the first half. Jordan Snyder will go wide to the right for Wapak. Moyer will roll to the right. He's looking for Snyder, and the pass is incomplete. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
Well, the good news for St. Mary's is that stopped the clock too.
I'll tell you what,
get another stop here, and you're going to have another chance at the end zone at least.
Yeah, absolutely. Good crowd on hand here at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. The Wapakoneta faithful across the way from us. Their side is pretty well full. Rough Riders contingency right below us, and I'll tell you what, there's a pass complete to Will Campbell. It's going to be good for a 1st down.
Well, the St. Mary's defender, that was Tristan Gardner on that side, lost his footing, fell to the ground, and the problem is when he got back up, he had no idea where number 8 was for Wapak. He turned around, ran backwards. He thought number 8 was running down the field, and he wasn't there. He had made a stop.
I wasn't sure, but it looked like one of the coaches thought maybe that the offensive player pushed him off, pushed off of him and pushed him away.
Yeah, it was a little bit of contact there to fall down.
Jace Nouse on the carry. He's going to lose about 3 yards. Good pursuit by the Rough Rider defense.
Great job by Hunter Mabry in the backfield, getting one arm on him, not able to take him down, but slowed him up enough for the rest of them to corral him in.
Caden Sharp in on the tackle, as is Hayden Davis. Davis, I might mention, is a 5'9", 195-pound, just a sophomore. So we'll call it Braden Sullivan. We got an official timeout on the field. We'll keep it right here. Braden Sullivan has to come off the field, probably an equipment issue. Oh, he's bleeding. That's the word that we're getting from the truck.
Yeah.
So they'll have to, on his elbow. He'll have to attend that and get it wrapped up. And he'll go back in on the next play, I'm sure. So we're going to call it 2nd down and 12. Ball is at the Wapak 33-yard line. Clock is rolling. Miller, pass complete to Snyder, and he has run out of bounds, which will stop the clock. No, here, that's funny. Clock is continuing to run.
They said his forward momentum was stopped inbounds.
So it'll be 3rd down, and we're going to call it 6 for Wapak. Caleb Moyer, just a freshman for Wapak. He'll have 3 more years to develop. And probably by the time he's a junior or senior, he'll have one outstanding career before it's all said and done. Oh my, what a hit.
Ball's out.
The ball's loose. Here comes Sharp to the 20. Cuts back in to the 15, to the 10. And he runs out of bounds as there are multiple Dave Weilbacher penalties flags on the play.
Watch this replay. Oh, absolutely lit up at the line. Ball is clearly out. Sharp's running down the field. Let's see if 14. Ooh, that's a tough call. We're going to have to look at that at Rules of the Game with Mark Sisko this week.
Yeah. I don't even know if
he definitely pushed him, but it looked more to like the side of the body than the back to me. But that'll be a penalty during the return. So St. Mary's will still keep the ball. Wow, what a hit!
Good job by Sharp. We see him there. Let's take a look at.
So watch this right here. 14 on number 54. Yeah, he is on the back a little bit. I think it looked worse than it was.
He shoved him a little bit with the left hand, but
I think the 54's momentum was taking him anyway. But nonetheless, great opportunity here for St. Mary's offense to get a little bit of momentum back going into the half.
1st and 10 ball at the Wapak 27. Here comes Sullivan. Sullivan to the 20-yard line. We'll give him a gain of about 8 on the play. This is a perfect opportunity for the Rough Riders to get on the scoreboard before the half. And then hopefully that will carry their momentum into the 3rd quarter. But again, they're struggling offensively. Wapak United defense is doing a great job. Full house in the backfield. Long count at this line of scrimmage by Wallace. Turn, give the ball to Hinkle. Hinkle bowls forward, and he'll get inside the 15-yard line to about the 14. So that'll give the Rough Riders a 1st down. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the Wapak 14. Full house in the backfield. Wallace under center. Give the ball to Keegan Sharp. He's got blockers out front. He's to the 10.
Nope.
And we'll give him a gain of about 3 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 7.
His body language was scary there for a second. It almost looked like he had dropped the ball, but oh yeah, it did kind of slip out there.
It's kind of hanging. 2nd and 7. Give the ball to Hinkle. Hinkle inside to the to the 5. It'll be close. Well, they're going to mark it at the 6-yard line.
45 seconds left and counting, and St. Mary's calls timeout, I think, to stop the clock.
Timeout on the field with 39 seconds remaining. Rough Riders trail on the Family Audiology scoreboard, 15-0. We'll take a break. We'll come back right after this.
Are you looking for a new trailer or needing your current one fixed? Then head over to Midway Trailer Sales. We're conveniently located just off U.S. Highway 33 in St. Mary's and Interstate 75 in Dayton. We're your one-stop shop for new and used trailers, flatbeds, and snowplows. We also offer a wide array of parts to fit your trailer's needs. Our professional service team will get you back on the road in no time. And of course, we're Ohio's only authorized empty hopper dealer. Come visit us at www.midwaytrailers.net. When you need a haul, give Midway a call.
Alrighty, we welcome you back. Also want to give a shout out to those listening down on Indian Lake. The Makeley clan are down there. Kelly, Joe, Jeff, Teddy, Alma.
Also need to give a shout out to the,
Sadie.
Sorry, I need to give a shout out to
there's a ton of them. So
yeah, you kept. Need to shout out to the Flagel family watching from Maui, Hawaii.
Sullivan a little shy. They're going to call timeout again, I believe.
Well, the clock should stop on the first down.
Yep. So there's a little bit of pep in the step of the Rough Riders. Clock continues to run.
We got one
Ball
more.
is at the Wapak 2-yard line. First and goal.
They got one more timeout.
Full house in the backfield. Give it to Hinkle. Left side.
Touchdown
Hinkle. With 25 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, the Rough Riders hit pay dirt as they put 6 points on the board with a nice run by Aiden Hinkle.
And we got our first fireball of the night, Joe. I'll try to remind you next time so you don't miss it. But
sometimes you can actually feel the heat off that thing, but not tonight.
It's pretty neat. Thanks to all the sponsors that sponsor the fireballs each and every home game for the St. Mary's Rough Riders.
We've got a timeout on the field. We'll take a quick time in for these messages. We'll be back with the point after for the Rough Riders right after this. Something that I got to read. Steve Stroh wants to. Well, all righty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Joe Hurlbert, Zach Farrell. Point after coming for St. Mary's.
They're going to go for 2, Joe.
All righty. Carter Steinberg wide to the left.
Touch.
And it is good.
Number 11, Caden
Sharp. Boy, it took me a while to figure out who was that player, and that's the first time that Caden Sharp has carried the football, I believe, this year, and the 2-point conversion is good. So we're going to take a break. We'll come back with the Rough Rider kickoff. The Rough Riders are on the scoreboard. They still trail 15-8 on the Family Audiology scoreboard. We'll take a break. We'll come right back.
Miller Funeral Home has been serving the Rough Rider community in its time of need since the 70s. Our business is a family affair, dedicated to serving families with integrity, dignity, and compassion. Miller Funeral Home, proud to be a supporter of the Rough Rider community.
If you want a winning banking relationship for all your financial needs, let Minster Bank help. We can make all your winning dreams come true. Find us at minsterbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Fired. All righty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health Systems Field where the Rough Riders have scored and put on a 2-point conversion as they got their first 8 points of the ball game. But they still trail by 7 as they get ready to kick the football off to Wapak. And this kickoff is being brought to you by Laura Yelton State Farm Insurance. Be a legend. Insure your life. Laura Yelton, State Farm Insurance. Stop by and see Laura or Logan Yelton.
You'll have to ask
today.
Coach Bo Fry this week what he was thinking there with putting Caden Sharpen at fullback. I wonder if they just wanted to try to give a little bit of a different look, and maybe they thought that Wapak wouldn't think that they were going to run with the fullback if they took Aiden Hinkle out.
Good point. Oh, if you could get inside the head of a head coach.
If we just drill a hole through the wall next to us, we could just listen in to the St. Mary's coaches during the game and know everything.
Hall of Fame coach Doug Fry is right next door to us in the Roughrider coaches booth. 20 seconds remaining. Roughriders have it. They're going to take a knee, and I think they're going to be satisfied to go into the locker room with a 15-8 lead. So with the score, the Wapakoneta Redskins 15, the St. Mary's Roughriders 8 on the Family Audiology scoreboard. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with a Hewer Renovating halftime show. That and more when we come back right after this.
Plus One Professionals Real Estate always goes the extra mile. Besides listing and selling, they offer free use of their moving van and a free interior design consultation to their customers. Plus One Professionals going the extra mile.
Colder weather is just around the corner, and you want to make sure your family's vehicle is tuned up and ready to go. Rabel's Auto Service has been voted the best auto repair center in St. Mary's the last 3 years. And did you know they will pick up and deliver your vehicle for free? Give Rabel's Auto Service a call at 419-394-1624 or stop in and see Jeremy at 1610 Salina Road in St. Mary's. Rabel's Auto Service in St. Mary's. Give them a call today.
Speckman Automotive with stores in St. Mary's and Wapakoneta is your one-stop shop for all your automotive needs. Family run since 1960, Speckman Automotive upholds the tradition of blending old-fashioned customer service with modern technology that the customers expect and deserve. Shop local. Shop Speckman Automotive.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Spees. Welcome to Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
As a family practice, Spees Chiropractic welcomes in patients of all ages. Whether this is your first time or you've done this before, Dr. Spees and his compassionate staff are here for you. What makes Spees Chiropractic unique is their 3-tier approach. By using chiropractic care alongside massage therapy and physical therapy, all your healthcare needs will be treated compassionately and comprehensively. Spees Chiropractic. Make the right choice for your care.
TV everywhere.
TV everywhere?
That's right, everywhere. You can watch TV from your tablet, your phone, your laptop, any mobile device, anywhere you want.
Laundromat?
Yes.
Grocery store?
Yes.
Park?
Yes.
What if I wanted to watch TV at home?
All your favorite networks all the time. It's TV everywhere from TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Unique Awards and Signs, here to take care of your signage, graphic award, and gift customization needs. From banners for your graduate or corporate sponsors to awards recognizing those dedicated employees or champion sport teams. Stop in at 1865 Salina Road or call us at 419-394-1612.
VFW 9289's mission is to honor all veterans, past, present, and future. Come on out on Football Friday nights to watch the live stream of Roughrider football. VFW 9289, a proud sponsor of Rider Nation Station.
Head to Varsity Lanes for the pregame or postgame party. Dinner, beverages, and bowling with the best prices in town. Varsity Lanes also specializes in birthday parties or office and corporate parties of all sizes. Varsity Lanes is the home of 2 boys and 2 girls state championship titles. Eat, drink, and bowl where the state winners are built. Proud supporters of Roughrider Athletics, Varsity Lanes.
Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help resolving? If so, call attorney David Wapak at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Wabacher for all your legal needs.
Also want to pass this along from Steve Stroh, who is the head of the FCA in this region. He wants us to announce that the FCA Fields of Faith will be held at Wapakoneta's Harmons Field on Wednesday night, September 21st. Time is 6:30 to 8:30. The gates will open at 6 p.m. This free event is geared towards middle and high school students from all area schools, although all ages are encouraged and welcome to attend. The night will include games, worship by the band Worship Anyway, student testimonies, closing gospel message, and prayer. So that's Fields of Faith, put on by the FCA. It's time now for our Hewer Renovating Halftime Show, brought to you by Hewer Renovating. He is your residential specialist. Give Craig a call at 419-394-8643 for all your home renovation needs. Zach, take a look at the numbers in the first half, and really, I don't know, to me, without even looking at them, it seems like they're going to lean toward the Wapakoneta Redskins.
Joe, you might be a little surprised.
I bet I will be.
Early on, it was interesting. At one point we said, I don't think St. Mary's has only has two or three first downs. They're getting dominated. I think it was 14-0 at that point. I checked the first downs at that point, and it was only 2 first downs that St. Mary's had. St. Mary's now has 8 first downs. Wapakoneta only has 5. St. Mary's has a total yards of 118 to Wapak's 100. St. Mary's is 1 for 2 passing. Wapak is 4 for 6. St. Mary's has 2 passing yards. Wapakoneta has 48. St. Mary's has 27 rushes for 116 yards. Wapakoneta has 17 rushes for 52 yards. St. Mary's has 1 fumble lost. Wapak has 3 fumbles, 1 lost. St. Mary's has 2 penalties for 25 yards, no penalties for Wapakoneta. St. Mary's third down conversions, 3 for 6. Wapakoneta 3 for 5. 2 punts for St. Mary's, the longest being 38 yards, and Wapakoneta had 1 punt for 38 yards. Average drive start for St. Mary's, the 42.4 yard line, and for Wapakoneta, the 36.2 yard line. Time of possession, St. Mary's has 13 minutes and 48 seconds to Wapakoneta's 10 minutes and 12 seconds. But I guess you think about it, and Wapakoneta's first drive only had to be 30 yards.
Right.
So that was only a couple first downs. Not an opportunity to pick up a lot of yards. They've had a couple turnovers themselves, and their other long drive was where they picked up the rest of their yardage. St. Mary's has had a few nice drives, stopped by penalty, stopped by fumbles, and so that's the difference.
And the other thing is that even on Wapak's botched point after, we thought that the Rough Rider was going to block it and it was going to be over, but heads-up play by the holder was able to find Connor Mextro, tossed it up in the air. He was able to go up between Rough Rider defenders, came down, end result, 2 points for Wapak.
Right, and great job answering that with the 2-point conversion from St. Mary's. Looking at some of the individual stats, Cody Wallace was 1 for 2 for 2 yards. Some of that's net yardage because he was sacked. Aiden Hinkle, 14 rushes for 76 yards. His longest was that 26-yard run and 1 touchdown. He's averaging 5.4 yards a carry. Braden Sullivan, 6 rushes for 39 yards, 21 yards being his longest. He's averaging 6.5 yards per carry. Keegan Sharp, 3 rushes for 8 yards, averaging 2.7 yards per carry. Keegan Sharp had that 1 catch for 2 yards. Looking at Wapakoneta, Caleb Moyer. So far, it's pretty much the Caleb Moyer show.
Right.
4 completions on 6 attempts for 48 yards. His longest was a 21-yard pass. For rushing, he also leads the Redskins. 7 rushes for 27 yards, averaging 4 yards per rush. Jason House is giving some really strong rushing behind him, though. 7 rushes for 24 yards and averaging 3 yards a rush. So really sort of a balanced attack from balance in the sense of 2 rushers for Wapakoneta, both having 7 rushes each and around 25 yards each for Wapakoneta. So sort of a 2-headed running back situation for them. Enough passing to keep St. Mary's honest, but nothing too crazy. Of course, some critical penalties on some of Wapakoneta's passing plays, though, that have really gained them some ground.
Right.
So 2 stats that jump out at me. Obviously, the fumbles from St. Mary's and Wapakoneta, and then the penalties to St. Mary's. 25 yards of penalties is hard to overcome in a close game.
Absolutely. Well, those are the numbers in the first half. You're listening or watching the Hewer Renovating halftime show, brought to you by Hewer Renovating, your residential specialist. Call 419-394-8643 for all your home renovations needs. We're going to take a quick break here at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. When we come back, we're going to take a look at some of the scores around the Western Buckeye League and the Midwest Athletic Conference. We'll do that and more as our Hewer Renovating halftime show continues from Grand Lake Health System Field right after this.
Albert Sporting Goods is here to outfit your team, both on and off the field. Since 1980, Albert Sporting Goods has serviced schools, clubs, and businesses throughout Ohio. For all of your uniform, spirit wear, and equipment needs, make it Albert Sporting Goods. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 supports veterans programs such as Gifts for Yanks, Support the Troops, Comfort Warriors, Blood Donor, POW MIA programs, as well as children and youth programs. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, Scholarships in Education, Boy Scouts, Oratorical, and Shooting Sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
Auglaize Equipment Rental is your source for all your equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a project, we can help get the job done more efficiently. Check us out at 1900 Salina Road or auglaizeequipmentrental.com or just call 419-394-7883. Auglaize Equipment Rental. Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Roughrider Athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Roughriders football game, streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports.
St. Mary's Eagles 767 is dedicated to promoting the general welfare of the citizens of St. Mary's by giving special attention to public improvements. They are also committed to helping meet the public needs in all that relates to the betterment, convenience, and comforts of the citizens of St. Mary's. For more information on how you can become a member, call 419-394-3257 or stop in during business hours at 404 East Spring Street in St. Mary's. St. Mary's Eagles 767, people helping people.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
Alrighty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health Systems Field, Rider Nation Station, bringing you this telecast of Roughrider football as we find ourselves fit at halftime. On the family audiology scoreboard, it's the Wapak Redskins 15, the St. Mary's Roughriders 8. You see on your screen the St. Mary's Memorial All-Brass Marching Band as they get ready to perform to this big crowd, huge crowd here at Grand Lake Health Systems Field.
It was curious coming in, Joe, because this is the first year that we have Salina and Wapak at home since 2020. Where we were only allowed to have family members and parents. So this is one of the big tests for the new stadium is to see how many people can fit in here, and it looks really neat. The visitor side is completely full. It looks like we got some people on the fences as well. So really great atmosphere tonight.
Let's take a look, Zach, at some of the scores around the Western Buckeye League. Kenton is leading Bath 14-6.
Wow.
This is kind of a shocker. What do you think? Elida 14, OG 6th. It's not the fact that Elida is ahead. The surprise to me is that OG has only put up 6 points in the first half.
I watched the OG and Wapakoneta game, though, and their offense there didn't seem to have a ton of people that were the traditional OG athletes that you see jump off the film at you. A lot of just very average-looking football players on the offensive side. Their defense looks very good, but I'm just really impressed with Elida. We got to, obviously prepare for everybody each week, but that certainly makes next week's games maybe not quite as scary, and the future game against Elida, which I believe is up at Elida,
I believe so.
even scarier.
Other games in the Western Buckeye League, Shawnee leads Salina 10-7. Van Wert leads Defiance in the second quarter with 2 minutes remaining, 28-0. In the Midwest Athletic Conference, the Marion Local Flyers lead Minster 27-0. Anna and St. Henry are tied 7-7 at the half. With 9 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the second quarter, New Bremen is shutting out Parkway 20-0. Coldwater at the half over Fort Recovery 21-0. And we have no score from Delphus and Versailles. And that's pretty much about all I got as far as Western Buckeye League scores, Midwest Athletic Conference scores. Again, we want to give our shout out to everybody that is watching on Rider Nation Station, wherever you may be, wherever you may be watching. We're glad to have you along. The St. Mary's Roughriders are making their way out to the north end zone here at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. The Wapak Redskins still in their locker room, so I'm sure the chalk was turning on the blackboards in the Rough Rider locker room. They've got some things to clean up, and hopefully they'll get it done and get things on the move and swing the momentum back to them. Although the positive thing was the score and the 2-point conversion right before the time ran out.
Offensively for St. Mary's, you saw them improve drive after drive.
Right.
They were finding things that worked from a coaching standpoint, and they seem to be executing those things better on the field. So offensively, you hope that that keeps up. Wapak goes in there and makes adjustments as well. So you hope that offensively they can continue that, keeping that momentum that they went into the second half with. Defensively, they got in a tough position for that first touchdown, and they pretty much just got beat up down the field on that second drive. But after that, they've responded now. We're starting to see them swarm to the ball better. They're closing the gaps. They're not giving up as many big plays. And what's really exciting is we're seeing that focus that Coach Bo Fry talked about in the Bo Fry show on turnovers. We're seeing them try to strip that ball out almost every time. And fortunately, that's what led to the touchdown, was that the big hit and the scoop and almost score by Keegan Sharp there at the end of the half.
Well, when you look at things, the game, a lot of times they'll say the game is won and lost in the trenches. What takes place on the line of scrimmage. And offensively from the Rough Riders, I think Wapak defense is pretty much stalemated the St. Mary's offensive line. They're not, the Rough Rider offensive line is not blowing them away like they've had in the previous two ball games. So it's almost a stalemate, so to speak, and then that leaves the Rough Rider running backs to get whatever you can get on your own. We'll stop them, but we're not going to be able to give you a block to cut off of one way or the other. We're just going to maybe lock up with them and just keep them where we can keep them.
Right. We're not seeing we saw in the first couple games the running backs not get touched till 2 or 3 yards down the field. We're seeing them getting hit now in the backfield or at the line of scrimmage, and it's been up to them tonight, which they have responded well to a couple times. We've seen it's up to them to break those tackles then when they're getting hit.
Well, the St. Mary's Memorial All Brass Marching Band has concluded their halftime show here for the fans at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Zach and I are going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have the second half kickoff and the second half when we come back to Grand Lake Health Systems Field right after this timeout.
Hello, I'm Dr. Ellen Hunter, owner of Family Audiology Associates with offices in Salina and St. Mary's. I am a St. Mary's Memorial graduate and a proud supporter of our Auglaize and Mercer County community. Since 2004, my staff and I have tested and treated the hearing imbalance of many of our infants, children, adults, and elderly in our community, and we would be proud for you or your loved one to be one of our next patients. Call Family Audiology Associates today, your hometown hearing experts, and go Riders!
Here at TLC, we expanded our business, so we wanted the security of knowing exactly where all the kids are and what's going on in each of the rooms. We chose Fowler's because we've done all our televisions with them, and they mentioned they have security systems. So we just wanted to go out and look at it, and they were very upfront, and they do excellent work from start to finish. And so we chose Fowler's TV. It's been great for us here at TLC Learning Center, and Fowler's TV would be great for anyone.
Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub has partnered with Rider Nation Station this season so that every Friday night, Guarneri's can be Roughrider Central. Guarneri's will be streaming Roughrider football live every Friday night at 7, paired with your favorite Rider aid. Call Guarneri's during or after the game to place your pickup order for pizza, wings, or hoagies at 419-394-2244. Remember, Guarneri's, home of the signature Big Ralph. If you're looking to renovate your home, former Roughrider football standout Craig Hewer is your go-to man. Hewer Renovating is an all-phase residential specialist with over 40 years experience and an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. Improve your investment by giving Hewer Renovating a call at 419-394-8643. Kogi Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning has brought the best in comfort control and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 57 years. Kogi's takes pride in identifying heating, plumbing, and air conditioning solutions which stand out from the rest. Give Kogi's a call today. Kogi Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, a name you can trust.
Back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field, Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell as we bring you the game between the St. Mary's Roughriders and the Wapak Redskins. And on the Family Audiology scoreboard, the Roughriders find themselves trailing by a score of 15-8. So the Roughriders will kick off to Wapak. They'll have the ball first to start the second half, so the Roughrider defense is going to have to show up and give the Roughriders offense the ball back in good field position. And hopefully the Roughriders can continue their momentum here in the second half.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Wapakoneta makes any adjustments on offense. You know, they had a good drive there. I wonder if they're going to try to pass it a little bit more. They kind of went away from that on their second and third drives. And I noticed that they kind of went away from their passing game against Ottawa Glandorf later too. They scored 2 touchdowns early on and then just continued to just try to run out of the wing tee and really didn't have another good drive the rest of the game. They scored another 7 points, but then it was kind of done after that.
Jay Schaefer meeting at midfield with the captain of the Wapakoneta Redskins and meeting with the referee. Trying to get things squared away, who will kick and who will receive and what end zone the Roughriders will defend the south goal. That was Connor Mextro is the captain for Wapak, 2 outstanding linebackers for each respective team. So the Roughriders will kick the football. We still have to let 1:50 run off the clock. And I think that's probably a rule, don't you think? OHSAA rule that you have to let the allotted time for halftime preparation run off the scoreboard.
Right. I think it has to be a certain amount of time, and they can't shorten it.
Want to remind everybody along the way, get your fingers and thumbs ready as we get ready to bring you later on in the third quarter the Roughrider trivia question.
I tell you what, we can ask Mark Cisco about it this week in the Rules of the Game show. We'll ask him about the halftime clock. Is that required to run out?
Yep.
Getting a good view of the
Wapak faithful.
Yeah, visitor side.
That's probably the most fans that I've seen over there in quite some time.
Yeah.
Good following. And of course, I think earlier in the ball game we turned and showed the Rough Rider faithful. They're right below us here at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. As we set high above Grand Lake Health Systems Field in the big Ralph Guarneri press box. Chase Shaver getting ready to kick it off to start the second half. This kickoff is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Stop in and see Laura or Logan Yelton in St. Mary's today. Well, here we go. We got a little excitement on the sidelines here for the Rough Riders. We didn't see much of that in the first half.
No, I think we picked up a lot of momentum there at the end of the first half. That was just what the Rough Riders needed. You started to see some bad body language on the sidelines and from the players on the field.
Grant Jolly back to receive the kickoff. Nice kickoff by Schaefer. Oh, nice hit by Tristan Gardner on the ball carrier. That was
Nouse.
Chase Nouse. Another nice return, though, by the Wapak Redskins. They'll have the football in fairly decent field position as they will start the second half, their first possession at their own 35-yard line. So we'll see what kind of adjustments the Rough Riders have made as far as defense in the second half here. Receiver wide to the left for Wapak. Caleb Moyer under center. He'll turn. He'll give the ball to Nouse. Nouse almost busted it. He got to about the 47-yard line.
That was a close call. I don't think anybody was tackling him behind that little shoestring there at the end.
Tristan Gardner reaches out and grabs him by the ankle and brings him down, but not before they pick up a first down on their very first play here in the second half. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Skins. A ball will be placed at their own 47-yard line, just underway here in the second half. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Caleb Moyer, and we've got a timeout on the field called by Wapak. So with 11:13 remaining here in the third quarter, 15-8 on the Family Audiology scoreboard. So we'll take a break. We'll come back right after this.
Are you looking for a new trailer or needing your current one fixed? Then head over to Midway Trailer Sales. We're conveniently located just off U.S. Highway 33 in St. Mary's and Interstate 75 in Dayton. We're your one-stop shop for new and used trailers, flatbeds, and snowplows. We also offer a wide array of parts to fit your trailer's needs. Our professional service team will get you back on the road in no time. And of course, we're Ohio's only authorized empty hopper dealer. Come visit us at www.midwaytrailers.net. When you need a haul, give Midway a call.
Back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field, after the Wapakoneta timeout, they'll head to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 1st and 10. Ball is at their own 47-yard line. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Caleb Moyer in the shotgun, all by himself. He's got Nouse in motion. Give the ball to Nouse, and he'll gain about 4 on the play. We'll call it second down. We'll give him a gain of 3. We'll call it 2nd down and 7. All right, we'll call it 2nd down, and we'll make it 7 for Wapak. Jared Nouse on the carry. We want to make mention, and we have failed to mention up until this point, that all the replays of tonight's game and the previous games have been sponsored by Larry Schaff Auto Sales in St. Mary's. We really thank them for being our replay sponsor for the 2022 football season. And I'm going to have a talk with our boss.
We're going to have to say it a few hundred times just
to catch up.
To catch up.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Moyer in the shotgun. He's going to go back. He's going to throw it. He finds a man open, and his ball is caught.
Looked like number 10, Jolly.
Grant Jolly comes up with it, breaks a tackle, and then picks up the first down.
That was pretty much the same play that we saw earlier. Jolly just ran that about 12-yard stop right there, kind of inside the right hash, turned around, sat right in the zone, and waited for the ball.
It'll be 1st and 10. Now the ball is placed at the Roughrider 32-yard line, so this defense needs to rise to an occasion, get a turnover or a big stop or make something happen. Moyer under center. He'll turn. He'll give the ball to Mextro. Connor Mextro will spin. Second effort gives him a good gain.
That'll drive the
tackle on Tristan Gardner.
That'll drive the coaches nuts on the replay because
yes, it will.
Had him wrapped up near the line of scrimmage and he spins out of it.
We'll give Mextro a gain of about 5 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 5. Clock continues to run here in the 3rd quarter. We'll give you the Roughrider trivia question. First chance that we get. Give the ball to Nouse. Nouse back to the outside of the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Wapak. Here again, when we take a look at the Schaff Auto Sale replay, you're going to see the Roughriders missed a couple of big tackles here. Just goes into the line, missed tackle there. Missed tackle there, so he missed 2. And he'll take it to pay dirt. So another 6 points for the Wapak Redskins with the point after coming as Preston Myers attempts the point after for Wapak. Kick is up and the kick is good. So with 8:32 remaining here in the 3rd quarter, it's the Wapakoneta Redskins 22. The St. Mary's Roughriders 8 on your Family Audiology scoreboard. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the Wapak kickoff right after this.
Miller Funeral Home has been serving the Roughrider community in its time of need since the 70s. Our business is a family affair, dedicated to serving families with integrity, dignity, and compassion. Miller Funeral Home, proud to be a supporter of the Roughrider community.
If you want a winning banking relationship for all your financial needs, let Minster Bank help. We can make all your winning dreams come true. Find us at minsterbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Plus One Professionals Real Estate always goes the extra mile. Besides listing and selling, they offer free use of their moving van and a free interior design consultation to their customers. Plus One Professionals, going the extra mile.
Brought to you by Laura Yelton, State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Stop by and see Laura or Logan Yelton in St. Mary's today.
Well, a run back would really help the momentum right now, wouldn't it?
Low liner, and it'll go into the end zone, so it'll be a touchback as Keegan Sharp let the ball go in. He was thinking that it was going to go out of bounds.
Yeah, he argued his case there a little bit.
But not the case. Official was right there on the spot, right at the pylon. And the Roughriders will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. So the Roughriders have got their work cut out for them here. It's not an insurpassable feat to accomplish, but they've got to do a lot of things right, and they got to do a lot of things right on defense as well. Carter Steinberg goes wide to the right. Shot up the middle, run up the middle by Aiden Hinkle, I believe. We'll give him a gain of about 7 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 3. First down, Braden Sullivan on the carry, so it'll be a Fowler TV first down.
Watching the Schaff replay here. Just a good job by the line, squaring it off. Pretty big hole. If St. Mary's' offense can march down the field here, that'll put them in a little bit better position to hopefully get this comeback started.
Braden Sullivan on the carry, right up the middle. I'm not so sure. Is Aiden Hinkle even in the backfield? Because at that point in time, it looked like Braden Sullivan lined up in the fullback position. I mean, they could be a split backfield and just happen to be where he's at, but.
Yeah, Aiden Hinkle's not. That's 49. Nope, that's 45. That's Sullivan again.
So it'll be another Fowler TV first down for the Roughriders. Keegan and Caden Sharp are both in the backfield for the Roughriders, along with Braden Sullivan. Steinberg wide to the right, turn, give the ball up the middle. It's Colton Mabry. Colton gets to the 50-yard line, and we got Dave Weilbacher. Penalty flags flying all over the place.
Face mask from Wapak.
So that'll give the Roughriders at 15 from the spot of the foul, I believe, isn't it? Or do they tack it on at the end?
From the spot of the foul, yep. Nice view on that face mask on the Larry Schaff Auto Sales replay.
Well, while they march that forward, let's give our Rough Rider trivia question, and the winner will receive a gift card for a 15-inch pizza, compliments of Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub. Here's tonight's trivia question. What 1964 Rough Rider player later went on to become the athletic director at Wapakoneta High School and is currently coaching 7th grade football at Wapak? What 1964 Rough Rider player later went on to become the athletic director at Wapak High School and is currently coaching 7th grade football at Wapak? You can text your answer, and of course we'll put them in our random character generator and it'll spit out a winner. So that's our Rough Rider trivia question. We'll give you the answer in the fourth quarter. Sullivan on the carry. The Rough Riders are starting to move the football. Looks like the Rough Riders are playing with a little bit more intensity. Their emotion has stepped up a little bit. They're playing with a little bit of spark, if you will. 23 is also in the ball game. That's Caleb Felber. Caleb's going to go wide to the left. Quarterback sneak by Wallace. And that'll be a gain of about 5 yards on the play. So the Rough Rider offensive line pushing Wapak's defensive line. We talked about the battle in the trenches. This is a good surge by the Rough Rider front line.
Nice methodical drive here from St. Mary's.
Sullivan, a bounce to the outside, breaks a tackle, and he'll be tackled at about the 18-yard line. They'll spot it at the Wapak 18-yard. No, wait, let me check that. That'll be at the 13-yard line, I'm sorry. So the Rough Riders inside the red zone. Ball placed at the Wapak 13-yard line. Turn, give the ball to Sullivan up the middle, and he's tackled, but not before he reaches the 10-yard line. Tackle on the play by Joey Truesdale of Wapak. We'll call it 2nd down and 7 after a gain of 3 by Sullivan. Turn, give the pitch to Sullivan, squares his shoulders, still on his feet, gets it down close to the 5-yard line where he's brought down there.
What I really liked about that run, Joe, is he kept his hands over the football when he started to spin and get caught up there. See both hands go down to that football.
So to bring up third down, we'll call it 2 for the Rough Riders. Ball is just shy of the Wapak 5-yard line. Rough Riders knocking on the door. Turn, give the ball to Sullivan, and he's going to be close to a Rough Rider first down.
62, that's the second time today that that young man, Greg Felvers, lost his helmet.
Are they going to measure? I mean, that's close over on the far sideline. You can see the down marker and the first down stick, but they're going to call it fourth. They're going to call it fourth down.
Wow. Camden Roth back in the game.
They're going to call it fourth and a short one, so we'll see what the Rough Riders do here. This is a big play for the Rough Rider offense. Full house in the backfield. Wallace under center. Turn, give the ball to Sullivan, and he'll dive for a first down. So that's another Fowler TV first down on this march. It's a good drive by the Rough Riders.
Oof. Sullivan really might have been in the end zone if he didn't run into his own player there. But you like him on that short drive. Just dive forward and get what you can get. Make sure you get the first down.
So it'll be first and goal for the Rough Riders. The ball will be placed at the Wapak 2-yard line. Turn, give the ball to Sullivan. Sullivan, touchdown Rough Riders.
And the fireballs are flying at Grand Lake Health System
so at
Field.
3:27, the Rough Riders put 6 on the board to make it a 22-14 ball game with the point after to come. Logan Rush will be on to do the point after for the Rough Riders. Braden Sullivan will hold. Snap is back. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 3:27 remaining here in the third quarter on the Family Audiology scoreboard, it's the Wapakoneta Redskins 22, the St. Mary's Rough Riders 15, back with the Rough Rider kickoff right after this.
Colder weather is just around the corner, and you want to make sure your family's vehicle is tuned up and ready to go. Rabel's Auto Service has been voted the best auto repair center in St. Mary's the last 3 years. And did you know they will pick up and deliver your vehicle for free? Give Rabel's Auto Service a call at 419-394-1624 or stop in and see Jeremy at 1610 Salina Road in St. Mary's. Rabel's Auto Service in St. Mary's. Give them a call today.
Alrighty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell. And of course, we're getting a lot of answers on our trivia question, which again was what 1964 Rough Rider player later went on to become the athletic director at Wapak High School and is currently coaching 7th grade football at Wapak. This Rough Rider kickoff is being brought to you by Laura Yelton State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Stop by and see Laura or Logan Yelton next week. This is not going to be good. That ball is going to sail out of bounds. There'll be a Dave Weilbacher penalty flag on the play.
I think they're happy to. St. Mary's is happy to let Wapak take the ball on the 35-yard line, though. Considering the dangerous kick returns Wapakoneta has had tonight.
Absolutely.
Well, the offense got it done. It's time to see if the defense can put another stop on the board.
So it'll be up to the defense to give the ball back to the Rough Rider offense, who put another 7 points on the scoreboard. So we got 3:27 remaining. A lot of time left on this in this ball game. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wapakoneta Redskins. The ball will be placed at their own 37-yard line. Moyer will give the ball to Connor Mextro, and he'll get a couple. He'll be down at the 40-yard line. Getting up off the bottom of the pile is Heath Dilsaver.
That's just Connor Mextro's third rush of the night. Total of 9 yards.
Well, that kind of surprises me from him because he
he's
got a lot of ink to start the season, and probably primarily at linebacker, other than a running back, but nonetheless, a very, very good athlete.
It feels like we've been dealing with him for 2 or 3 years, putting a lot of yards on St. Mary's.
We got a timeout called by Wapak with 2:42 remaining on the Family Audiology scoreboard. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back to Grand Lake Health Systems Field right after this.
Speckman Automotive, with stores in St. Mary's and Wapakoneta, is your one-stop shop for all your automotive needs. Family run since 1960, Speckman Automotive upholds the tradition of blending old-fashioned customer service with modern technology that the customers expect and deserve. Shop local. Shop Speckman Automotive.
VFW 9289's mission is to honor all veterans, past, present, and future. Come on out on Football Friday nights to watch the live stream of Roughrider football. VFW 9289, a proud sponsor of Rider Nation Station.
Alongside Zach Farrell, Rider Nation Stations. A lot of answers coming in on our trivia question. Wapakoneta Redskins have the football. We'll call it 2nd down and 7. Ball is at the Wapak 40-yard line. Caleb Moyer in the shotgun. Give the ball up the middle, and that'll be close to a 1st down. Nice hard run by Jace Nouse. How many yards Nouse have on the night?
That brings Jace Nouse to 67 yards on 11 rushes. He's just when he's downhill, we haven't stopped him. Period. Downhill, he's carrying us for 3 or 4 yards. The only time we've really stopped him is a couple of times he's tried to run outside, and we've been able to catch him horizontally.
Give the ball to Nouse again. He'll go to the left, and Jay Schaefer's in on the stop. Also in on the stop is Caden Sharp. See Kevin Perry. Also Hayden Davis. So we'll give him a gain of about 3 on the play. We're going to call it 2nd down and 7. The ball is in Roughrider territory and placed at the Roughrider 48-yard line. Moyer's going to roll to the left and keep it himself, and he's going to be shoved out of bounds. You got to kind of be careful when you get over there and get out of bounds because, it's very easy to get an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty tossed on you if you shove him too far out of bounds and hang on to him.
Yeah, and actually there's a St. Mary's player there that thought something should have been called on him. You can see number 6 pushes the St. Mary's player 32 well outside of out of bounds. Jace Schaefer. I think Jace Schaefer probably said, if that was me doing that to the quarterback, that would have been called. Well, big 3rd down, though.
Absolutely 3rd down. We're going to call it a long 3 for the Wapakoneta Redskins. This is a big play for the Roughrider defense. They need to come up with a stop right here, right now. Moyer.
Ball's on the ground.
And that helps. Hayden Davis right in there, almost fell on it, but just a little late getting there. But nonetheless, this is big. Big stop. Well, Wapak helped on
second
this
or third bad snap exchange between the center and Moyer tonight, and that was the most pivotal time that we've seen that happen. Big decision for Wapakoneta. They're going to punt it or they're going to take a risk here at midfield.
Well, that's the end of the third quarter with the score on our Family Audiology scoreboard. It's the St. Mary's Roughriders 15, the Wapak Redskins 22. It's time now for another Big Ralph Rider replay. Brought to you by Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub, home of the signature Big Ralph sub, pizza and calzone. Give them a call at 419-394-2244. And again, we hope you enjoy this edition of our Big Ralph Rider replay.
Formation, Darren Style, turn, wants to hand the ball, I believe it's a ball loose, Roughriders have got it back. It's just that quick. There was some confusion in the backfield. Let's see who's got it. 74 comes out of the pile. He seems to be the happy individual. That is Paul Out, senior defensive tackle. The Roughriders have it at the goal line.
All right, it was such a big play, we thought we'd play it for you twice.
Paul Louth again.
Paul Louth again.
And now we know, 1988.
There, absolutely.
Don't need to ask for it.
Nope.
Well, Joe, we have a winner of the trivia if we want to talk about that.
Let's do it after. We'll keep it on here after the punt.
Sure.
We'll give the correct answer and the winner after this play. So back to receive the kickoff. Now we got two punt returners back. It'll be Keegan Sharp and Braden Sullivan. So hopefully the special teams, these will be able to break it and get the Rough Riders good field. What a punt! Wow, that's going to sail into the end zone. No, it's
in the end zone. Thankfully.
Wow, it's close. It almost hit the white line, but it sails into the end zone. So here's our question once again for Rough Rider Trivia. What 1964 Rough Rider player later went on to become the athletic director at Wapakoneta High School and is currently coaching 7th grade football at Wapakoneta? Zach, our answer is?
Tom Hunter.
Tom Hunter. And I found this out today. He still officiates wrestling.
Yes, that's what I was gonna mention. That we had him for a few matches this winter on Rider Nation Station.
And do you know how old he is?
I don't.
75.
Wow.
Here comes the Rough Riders. Colton Mabry on the carry.
And our winner is going to be Kevin Korte. KevinKorte.
Kevin, you'll have to go over to Laura Yelton State Farm Insurance in St. Mary's next week, and you'll pick up your Guarneri Pizzeria gift card.
That might be a little hard for him, as he was the one that told us he was watching from Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Well, how's that going to work out?
I think he's going to have to designate somebody in town. And since we announced it, there'll probably only be 30 people show up or so that are best friends with them.
But we want to thank Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub for supplying the pizza and the gift card for our winner, which is Kevin Korte, watching tonight from Colorado Springs. Well, maybe Guarneri's will deliver.
Yeah, I missed a shout out earlier too. Ken Coverman watching from Coldwater, Michigan, on the North Chain. Go Riders!
So Rough Riders pick up a Fowler TV first down. They'll move the chains. Clock has stopped as they move the chains. Now it's running. Rough Riders, this is a big drive. They still trail by 7. Plenty of time left on the Family Audiology scoreboard. A lot of time left. Wallace under center. Give the ball to Kevin Perry into the ball game, and he goes to the left and he goes nowhere. Keegan Sharp checks in. Kevin Perry will check out. Here comes Cody Wallace with the play from offensive coordinator Kobe Fry.
8.
Up the.
Ooh. Colton
Nice
Mabry.
run by Colton Mabry.
Aiden Hinkle is on the sideline, standing behind the coach. Not sure if he's injured. There's what's going on for sure, but we haven't seen him since that touchdown in the second quarter. Seen a lot of different running backs coming in the game though.
Jay Schaefer checks in for the Rough Riders as well. Full house in the backfield for the Rough Riders. We'll call it 3rd down and 5. Here comes Sharp to the 40, and he just has nowhere to go. We'll give him a gain of about 3 on the play, so it'll bring up 4th down, and it's going to be a long 1 or a short 2. So what do you think?
I think you got to go for it at this point. 9 minutes left.
Well, you put this particular play in the hands of your offensive front. They can't get you a 1.5 yards. Turn, give the ball to Sullivan. He'll break through. There's a Fowler TV 1st down, and he's got the 1st down and more. And that wakes up this crowd here at Grand Lake Health System Field.
Yep, there's just a energy change on the field right there.
You see the replay sponsored by Shaft Auto Sales in St. Mary's. Carter Steinberg runs wide. I'm going to tell you something here in a minute about Carter Steinberg. Here comes Keegan Shark. He's got the corner to the 50, and he's run out of bounds. Carter Steinberg will probably run 2.5 miles in a ball game. But here's what's going to happen. I would guarantee that before this season is over, he's going to take off down the field, and they're going to hit him with a touchdown pass. Right now, to me, he's pretty much a decoy. He's just bringing whatever defender will follow him out. But sooner or later, they're going to before the season ends. And I could be wrong, but that's what I see. Caden Sharp on the ball was the ball carrier.
Wapak was ready for that one. You could see the linebackers blitz right through there. Blew it up right.
Connor Mextro.
Right through the A gap, as we call it.
Sharp. And he's to the 40. He's to the 35, 30, to the 20, 10, 5, touchdowns, Keegan Sharp.
No flags on the field, Joe. Fireball City. What
nice
a run. What a run.
Once he got the corner and squared his shoulders to the south goal line, was off to the races. There you see it on our Shaft Auto Sale replay. He broke a tackle in the backfield. He broke a tackle on the corner and just outruns him to the goal line.
Wow. Yeah, he was dead to rights in the backfield.
Yes, he was.
That went from a 4-yard loss to a nice touchdown run.
Logan Rush in to try the point after. Braden Sullivan will hold.
45-yarder, Joe.
Wow. Snap is back, kick is up, and the kick is good.
Wow.
So with 7:38 on the Family Audiology scoreboard, we're all knotted up at 22 each. We'll be back with the Rough Rider kickoff right after this.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Spees. Welcome to Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
As a family practice, Spees Chiropractic welcomes in patients of all ages. Whether this is your first time or you've done this before, Dr. Spees and his compassionate staff are here for you. What makes Spees Chiropractic unique is their 3-tier approach. By using chiropractic care alongside massage therapy and physical therapy, all your healthcare needs will be treated compassionately and comprehensively. Spees Chiropractic. Make the right choice for your care.
All righty, the Rough Riders go 80 yards on 10 plays.
Look at this nice replay. Larry Shaft Auto Sales replay from our Doug Spencer on the sideline.
That's nice camera work right there.
Yep.
We ought to give that guy a raise. Maybe not, because he's the same guy that didn't tell me that. He was the same guy that didn't tell me that I need to do a Shaft Auto Sale replay.
Well, he's starting to get even. He needs a few more shots.
Exactly. Alrighty, this Rough Rider kickoff brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Stop by and see Laura or Logan Yelton today. It's a short kick. This will give Wapak fairly decent position, and the Rough Riders come up with a big play. As the kickoff returner, I believe, what is it? I think it was number 13.
I think it's 22.
22. Corbin Mitchell.
Yep.
Gained a few after the catch, but it'll be 1st and 10 for Wapak at their own 31-yard line. So the Rough Rider defense has to come up with a stop. So obviously the momentum of this football game has switched to the side of the Rough Riders. Connor Mextro, and he picks up about 9 yards on the play. Jay Schaefer out on the field trying to pump this defense up. We'll call it 2nd down and 1 for Wapak. The ball is placed at the 41-yard line. Moyer in the shotgun. He's going to fake. And he's falling away. The pass is up, and it's incomplete. Keegan Sharp getting a little slow getting up. But
that's pretty.
Hunter Mabry put some pressure on him as he's fallen away, so there's not a lot behind it, and it falls short.
Very dangerous throw.
Exactly.
His receiver had fallen down on the route. He threw it up to him. I don't know if he thought that he could, maybe get a pass interference call or just wanted to give it a try, but very easily could have thrown a pick right there.
You could have. Third down and 1. Big play for the Rough Riders.
Oh, he's blown up.
Oh, he's down.
Whoa.
What a stop by Caden Sharp.
What a third down. That went from 3rd and 1 to 4th and 5, and the punt team is coming out for Wapak.
Wow. What a defensive stop by the Rough Riders.
You know what I love about it, Joe, too? It wasn't just one guy. That was 4 guys in the backfield right now.
Absolutely. There's a good shot right here.
Look at the Larry Shaft auto replay on this. In the backfield right now,
Caden Sharp. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Also coming in, Hayden Davis came in. So you got Sullivan and Keegan Sharp back to receive this punt. Oh, almost blocked. Get away from it. And the ball bounces back, so the Rough Riders get a break as the ball takes a favorable bounce back.
Well, this is what you look for, Joe, if you're a Rough Rider. Yeah.
Hey,
the crowd's going nuts.
And the players are with a little enthusiasm.
St. Mary's standout Travis Cross right there on video.
I remember Travis Cross.
All right, well.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rough Riders. The ball will be at their 40-yard line. Excellent field position for the Rough Riders. We'll keep an eye on the clock. You'll see it at the bottom portion of your screen. 5:56 remaining.
Colton
Mabry.
Running people over.
Colton Mabry will pick up a Fowler TV first down. Zach, there is total emotion shift for the Rough Riders. They are pumped up on the sidelines. They were pretty lethargic in the first half when they found themselves down, but I'll tell you what, they are fired up.
Look at that Larry Schaff auto sales replay. Colton Mabry lowering his shoulder and bringing the hit stick.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 after the Fowler TV first down. It'll be placed at the 50-yard line. Give the ball to Sullivan. He'll move the football forward for about 3 yards. We'll call it 2nd down and 7.
This is what you dream about, Joe, if you're a senior St. Mary's offensive player. Having the ball back with 5 minutes left, tied game, march down the field, put it in for your school, for yourself, and for your community.
Tell you what, the offensive line right now is starting to blow people away. I wouldn't say blow people away. They're starting to push them back a little bit.
We need to keep ball security, and we need to be smart about our play calling.
Turn, give the ball to Sullivan. Sullivan spins, and he is leaning forward. And we'll give him a gain of about 5 on the play. We'll call it...
It's another good job. When he's spinning in that hole, he gets a second hand on it. Yep. And he's not afraid to keep pushing down the field, but he's going to hold on to the ball first.
We'll call it 3rd down and 2 for the Rough Riders. Ball is placed at the Wapakoneta 42-yard line. Full house in the backfield. Wallace turn. He'll give the ball. I think it's Sullivan.
Wapak says they got the ball,
they ripped it away, but that's not going to be the case. The official down below us says it's still St. Mary's ball.
Let's watch this replay here. And they ripped the ball out, but I think it was after Sullivan was already sitting on the ground.
So that's a Fowler TV first down. Move the chains. 1st and 10 Rough Riders.
Let's watch one more time here on the replay. Sullivan just got done praising him for ball security. We need to keep it. Yeah, I think he's down,
Yeah, he's
and
down.
then it's ripped out.
1st and 10. Full house in the backfield. Give the ball to Colton Mabry. He's going to get to the outside. He's got the corner, lowers his shoulder, and he'll bounce forward after a good second effort.
Yeah, another one where I think he's dead to rights in the backfield there.
Give him a gain of 4. We'll call it 2nd down and 6. Clock and continues to run. This is exactly the scenario that you want. Absolutely. Stay in bounds.
Keep the clock running.
Keep the clock running. Pick up 1st down and score with less than 10 seconds. Be perfect. So it'll be 2nd down. We're going to call it 7 for the Rough Riders. The ball is placed at the Wapak 35-yard line. Turn, give the ball to Sullivan. We'll give him a gain of 3. We'll call it 3rd down and 4. So here comes a big 3rd down play for the Rough Riders. Third down, we're going to call it a long 3. Full house in the backfield. Turn, give the ball to Sullivan. Sullivan driving forward. He's going to be
Still
close
pushing. The pile's moving.
He's going to be close to a 1st down. It all depends on where they mark his momentum.
That's 1st down.
They're going to give him a Fowler TV 1st down.
Wow. Sullivan's just showing tremendous heart.
Yeah, he's just leaving it out on the field. Well, we hope you're enjoying it wherever you may be watching. The Rough Riders are moving the football. 2:20 remaining here in the football contest on the Family Audiology scoreboard. Full house in the backfield. Wallace will give the ball to Keegan Sharp. He busts through, keeps his legs moving, and he should be stopped close to the 25-yard line. Well, it'll bring up 2nd down and 7. There you see it on the Larry Schaff replay. Well, we're going to call it 2nd down and 9. They're only going to give him a gain of 1 on the play. Full house in the backfield. Turn, give the ball to Mabry. Mabry's going to the outside, turns his shoulders. We'll give him a gain of about 3 on the play. We'll call it 3rd down and about 6. So a big play for the Rough Riders here on 3rd down. We've got a timeout called on the field. With the score, the St. Mary's Roughriders 22, the Wapak Redskins 22, with 1:03 remaining. We'll be back right after this.
TV everywhere.
TV everywhere?
That's right, everywhere. You can watch TV from your tablet, your phone, your laptop, any mobile device, anywhere you want.
Laundromat?
Yes.
Grocery store?
Yes.
Park?
Yes.
What if I wanted to watch TV at home?
All your favorite networks all the time. It's TV everywhere from TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
All righty, back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Coach Hurlbert and Coach Farrell were discussing the play options here at the Grand Lake Health Systems Field, what the Roughriders could possibly run.
3rd and 6, Joe.
I say it's a perfect opportunity for a counter. We have not seen the counter all night. The Rough Rider offense has got the Wapak defense following the football to the outside one way or the other, and with that flow, they could counter it right back.
I would like to see them run the same play that they ran with Sharp, which I think was a 28 sweep.
To the wide side of the field.
Right, to the wide side of the field.
Yep.
My thinking is it's 3rd and 6, but you're going to go for it probably if it's 4th and 2. Yep. So
full house in the backfield. Give a quick pitch to Sullivan. Sullivan squares his shoulders. He'll get to about the 20-yard line, so that'll bring up 4th down and about 3.
Question will be, going to try a field goal here, or are you going to go for it? I know they're going to let the clock keep ticking, though. Wapak only has one timeout, and they don't want to waste it here. I think St. Mary's might let this run all the way down, use up as much clock as they can on the play clock. There's 17 seconds on that play clock, so they're going to be able to get this down to only 15 seconds on the clock. 20.
Jay Schaefer will be called upon to do that endeavor. They call timeout. No. We got timeout on the field. 22-22. 20 seconds remaining. We'll be back right after that.
Unique Awards and Signs, here to take care of your signage, graphic award, and gift customization needs. From banners for your graduate or corporate sponsors to awards recognizing those dedicated employees or champion sport teams. Stop in at 1865 Salina Road or call us at 419-394-1612.
VFW 9289's mission is to honor all veterans, past, present, and future. Come on out on Football Friday nights to watch the live stream of Roughrider football. VFW 9289, a proud sponsor of Rider Nation Station.
Alrighty, we welcome you back for the final 20 seconds here at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell. Well, this is kind of what you want. The Rough Riders will attempt a field goal with Jay Schaefer out of the hold of Braden Sullivan. And where they're going to place the football. They're going to place the football at about the 27-yard line. This will be a 37-yard field goal attempt. Fans are on their feet. We got a timeout called. They're going to ice the kicker. So we've got a timeout called by Wapak. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come right back.
Head to Varsity Lanes for the pregame or postgame party. Dinner, beverages, and bowling with the best prices in town. Varsity Lanes also specializes in birthday parties or office and corporate parties of all sizes. Varsity Lanes is the home of 2 boys and 2 girls state championship titles. Eat, drink, and bowl where the state winners are built. Proud supporters of Rough Rider Athletics, Varsity Lanes.
All righty, Wapakoneta called timeout just before our break. Chase Schaefer will go and he will attempt a 37-yard field goal. With 20 seconds remaining in the football contest, it's been all Rough Riders here in the second half. So here we go. Braden Sullivan will do the holding for the Rough Riders. The Wapakoneta Redskins are out of timeouts. The Rough Riders have one timeout remaining in the football contest. There's the snap. There's the kick. The kick is blocked.
And it's a
in
live
the hand
ball.
of the Wapak. It's live. It's live. Sullivan will run Grant Jolly out of bounds. So that leaves 10 seconds remaining. So the field goal attempt by Schaefer was blocked.
Yeah, it looked a little low. I'm not sure it would have had the height to get there anyway. But as we saw last week, that's a dangerous situation and a live ball.
Absolutely. So good job by Braden Sullivan, who was the holder on the play, was able to run Grant Jolly down.
Yeah, the other problem is you got a lot of big bodies up there that aren't tacklers.
All righty, 10 seconds remaining. We'll see what the Skins do. Give the ball to Nouse.
Not a first down.
It's not a first down, and they have no timeouts left, and that's the end of the ball game and regulation time. So both teams will huddle up, chat things over. I think they'll put like 3 minutes on the clock, and then we'll start the overtime session as this game ends in regulation 22-22. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back with the overtime right after this.
Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help resolving? If so, call attorney David Wabacher at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Wabacher for all your legal needs.
Albert Sporting Goods is here to outfit your team, both on and off the field. Since 1980, Albert Sporting Goods has serviced schools, clubs, and businesses throughout Ohio. For all of your uniform, spirit wear, and equipment needs, make it Albert Sporting Goods. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 supports veterans programs such as Gifts for Yanks, Support the Troops, Comfort Warriors, Blood Donor, POW MIA programs, as well as children and youth programs. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, Scholarships in Education, Boy Scouts, Oratorical, and Shooting Sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
Auglaize Equipment Rental is your source for all your equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a project, we can help get the job done more efficiently. Check us out at 1900 Salina Road or auglaizeequipmentrental.com or just call 419-394-7883. Auglaize Equipment Rental.
Jay Schaefer and Nate Snyder meet at midfield, and they'll determine who will have the football first, and the other will have the opportunity to defend what end zone of their choosing.
I think St. Mary's won the toss.
Turn it around, fellas. There you go.
St. Mary's elected to be on defense first, which is usually the smart way to do it, because you know whether the other team was able to get a touchdown or a field goal. Makes it easier for your decisions on offense.
I'll go with that.
I like it because if you're going to go
That's
down,
true.
if you're going to go down and it's a 4th and 1, you're going to maybe kick a field goal, and then the other team has a chance to beat you with a touchdown. If you go on defense, you know, okay, the field goal is going to tie us, or we got to score a touchdown no matter what.
Gotcha. So the Wapakoneta Redskins will have the football first in this first overtime period. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Wapak, and they'll start at the Roughrider 20-yard line. So the way this will happen, Wapakoneta will either put points on the scoreboard or they'll turn it over on downs. Either way, the Rough Riders will have an opportunity to either put points on the scoreboard and win the football game if they don't put any points on the scoreboard. So,
right, both teams get a chance to score from the 20-yard line.
So it'll be Wapak's ball, 1st and 10 at the Rough Rider 20 in this first overtime session. Caleb Moyer in the shotgun. Give the ball to Jace Nouse. And we'll give him a gain of about 2 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 8. Of course, there is no actual time clock per se on the scoreboard. The game clock, or the game clock is on the scoreboard. The down clock,
right,
or the time is still in effect.
Right. Still
the play clock. The play
clock. Yep. Still can get delay a game, but there is no game clock anymore. It's just 20 yards. See what you can do.
Moyer rolls to the right, and he breaks a tackle, and he's going to be close to a touchdown. But he's just shy of the goal line. The Rough Riders had an opportunity.
Just a little out pattern to the flats.
Pass is complete to Jordan Schneider. So he's just short of the end zone. So it'll basically be 1st and goal. The ball will be placed at the 1-yard line. So the Rough Rider defense called upon to make a big stop here. Moyer, quarterback sneak, touchdown.
Now you know if you're St. Mary's, you got to get that touchdown on your attempt.
So Preston Meyer will come out to attempt the point after for the Wapak Redskins, who now lead 28-22 on the Family Audiology scoreboard. There's the snap. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So the score on the Family Audiology scoreboard, it's the Wapakoneta Redskins 29, the St. Mary's Rough Riders 22. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the Rough Riders opportunity here in overtime right after this.
Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Rough Rider athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Rough Riders football game, streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports.
Back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field, Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell. It didn't take the Wapakoneta Redskins long to capitalize on their first possession in overtime as they go ahead of the Rough Riders 29-22, thanks to a big pass from Caleb Moyer to Jordan Snyder.
That's right, and you do not need to adjust your television. St. Mary's will try to go into the same end zone.
Right.
It makes it a lot easier than having the teams
walk all the way to the other end of the field.
Walk 60 yards.
So here comes the Rough Riders. Ball is at the 20-yard line, full house in the backfield. Turn, give the ball to Braden Sullivan. Sullivan will give him a gain of about 3 on the play.
Nice push from the line. Good job again by Sullivan running.
So we'll give him a gain of 3. We'll call it 2nd down and 7. Ball is placed at the 17-yard line. Mabry in the slot. Give the ball to Sullivan.
A lot of Redskin defenders in the backfield right away. I think they had a double shoot through the A gap there, right through the middle, just really disrupted things.
Well, they'll give him a loss of 1 on the play, so we'll call it 3rd down and 8. Rough Riders have got to at least get a first down to keep this drive alive. Quick pitch to Sullivan, and they run him down from behind. So we'll give him a gain of about 1. He gets back to like the original line of scrimmage. So this will bring up 4th down, and we're going to call it a long 7 for the Rough Riders.
St. Mary's going to use their timeout here, think about it, get a play together.
So we're going to take a quick break. The Rough Riders need to pick up a first down as they find themselves 4th and 7. We're going to take a break. We'll come back right after this.
St. Mary's Eagles 767 is dedicated to promoting the general welfare of the citizens of St. Mary's by giving special attention to public improvements. They are also committed to helping meet the public needs and all that relates to the betterment, convenience, and comforts of the citizens of St. Mary's. For more information on how you can become a member, call 419-394-3257 or stop in during business hours at 404 East Spring Street in St. Mary's. St. Mary's Eagles, 767. People helping people.
Alrighty, you see the Rough Riders on your screen, gathered around head coach Bo Fry and offensive coordinator Kobe Fry. This is a big play. This is it. In order for the Rough Riders to stay alive and have a chance to win this ball game, they have to pick up a first down, and they find themselves 4th and 7. So this game boils down to this particular play. The Rough Riders can stay alive with a first down. If they don't make it, this game is over. Wallace goes to the right, and he's going to be stopped short of the first down. This game is over. Cody Wallace took the football, and he had every intention to keep it and run to the right. And the Wapakoneta defense stopped him short of the first down, and the Wapakoneta Redskins win this one at Grand Lake Health Systems Field tonight by a score of 29-22. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the Hewer Renovating postgame show. We'll do that and take a look at some of the numbers right after this.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
Hello, I'm Dr. Ellen Hunter, owner of Family Audiology Associates with offices in Salina and St. Mary's. I am a St. Mary's Memorial graduate and a proud supporter of our Auglaize and Mercer County community. Since 2004, my staff and I have tested and treated the hearing imbalance of many of our infants, children, adults, and elderly in our community, and we would be proud for you or your loved one to be one of our next patients. Call Family Audiology Associates today, your hometown hearing experts, and go Riders!
Here at TLC, we expanded our business, so we wanted the security of knowing exactly where all the kids are and what's going on in each of the rooms. We chose Fowler's because we've done all our televisions with them, and they mentioned they have security systems. So we just wanted to go out and look at it, and they were very upfront, and they do excellent work from start to finish. And so we chose Fowler's TV. It's been great for us here at TLC Learning Center, and Fowler's TV would be great for anyone.
Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub has partnered with Rider Nation Station this season so that every Friday night, Guarneri's can be Roughrider Central. Guarneri's will be streaming Roughrider football live every Friday night at 7, paired with your favorite Rider aid. Call Guarneri's during or after the game to place your pickup order for pizza, wings, or hoagies at 419-394-2244. Remember, Guarneri's, home of the signature Big Ralph. Kogi Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning has brought the best in comfort control and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 57 years. Kogi's takes pride in identifying heating, plumbing, and air conditioning solutions which stand out from the rest. Give Kogi's a call today. Kogi Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. a name you can trust.
Already back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field, where the Wapakoneta Redskins win this one in overtime by a score of 29-22. It's time now for our Hewer Renovating post-game show, brought to you by Hewer Renovating, your residential specialist. Call 419-394-8643 for all your home renovation needs. That's Hewer Renovating in St. Mary's. Zach, let's take a look at, first of all, before we take a look at the numbers, your thoughts on this ball game.
Well, two evenly matched teams. When I watched Wapak and OG, I was reminded a lot of St. Mary's and Defiance, and I thought if the talents, the way that they looked on film came out tonight, it was going to be a very close game. So I wasn't surprised by the overtime or the score. A little surprised on how it came out. You know, Wapak definitely had all the momentum and caught the breaks early on, and St. Mary's put Wapak in good position. And then second half was pretty much St. Mary's' momentum, energy, all the way up until the overtime. So disappointed. Would have liked to put ourselves in a better position than trying to make a 37-yard field goal there on the last drive. And defense just let us down a little bit on that overtime as well, and we didn't answer very well on offense. So things to improve and work on, but when this team tonight was showing energy, good energy, they're going to be hard to beat in the WBL.
Right.
They need to bottle that and give it all 4 quarters.
Exactly. I was going to say this was a tale of two halves.
Right.
You know, it was all Wapakoneta in the first half, and the Roughriders got on the board in the second half, and it seemed like the momentum picked up, and they played with a lot more pep, a lot more enthusiasm in the second half. And unfortunately, on this one, on this particular night, they fall a little bit short. So let's take a look at the numbers in the ball game.
Yeah, kind of fascinating here. St. Mary's had 20 first downs to Wapakoneta's 11. St. Mary's had a total of 311 yards. Wapakoneta 216. Wapak was 1 for 2 passing, or St. Mary's was only 1 for 2 passing. Wapakoneta was 3 for 9 with 82 yards. Rushing, St. Mary's had 65 attempts for 309 yards. Wapakoneta had 32 attempts for 134 yards. 1 fumble loss for St. Mary's, 4 fumbles for Wapakoneta, but only 1 loss.
Wow.
That could have been a very much different game changer there.
Absolutely.
Penalties, pretty clean on the night. St. Mary's finished with the same 2 penalties for 25 yards that they had in the first half. Wapakoneta added that 1 face mask, so just 1 penalty for 15 yards. Third down conversions, St. Mary's 7 for 14. Wapakoneta 4 for 8. Punts, St. Mary's had 2 for a total of 66 yards. Wapakoneta had 3 for a total of 103 yards. And average drive start. St. Mary's average drive start was the 41.3 yard line to Wapakoneta's 40.8 yard line. Time possession, St. Mary's 28 minutes and 43 seconds to Wapakoneta's 19 minutes and 17 seconds. So St. Mary's really had a couple extra drives with more stats, gave the ball up the one time, had a penalty stop the other, and that was the difference in this game because Wapakoneta really had the short field in the first half and then didn't do a whole lot other than that 1 drive in the second half after that. Looking at some of the individual stats, Braden Sullivan, 28 rushes for 126 yards, as long as it was a 21-yard run. Aiden Hinkle, 14 rushes for 76 yards. Colton Mabry, 8 rushes for 34 yards. And we'll have to look at the whole rushing list here in a second because I know we want to talk about Keegan Sharp as well.
Had a good night, too.
Yeah. Looking at Wapakoneta, Jason Nowse ended up leading, 14 rushes for 82 yards. Caleb Moyer was shut down in the second half, finished with just 10 rushes for 28 yards. Caleb Moyer did have 6 completions for 9 on 9 attempts and 82 yards.
Well, when it was all said and done, the smoke settles and the dust clears. The Wapakoneta Redskins walk away with a 29-22 win. Don't forget, tomorrow you'll be able to see a lot of these highlights on the American Legion Post 323 Saturday Highlight Show, brought to you by the American Legion Post 323.
Joe, I just found it. Keegan Sharp finished with 7 rushes for 66 yards and 1 touchdown on a 45-yard run.
All righty. Well, thanks, Zach. Those are the numbers in the football contest. That was your Hewer Renovating post-game show brought to you by Hewer Renovating, your residential specialist. Call 419-394-8643 for all your home renovation needs. Hewer Renovating in St. Mary's. I want to remind you that this coming week to tune into the Bo Fry Show, as Coach Fry and I will talk about this contest, and then we'll preview the game between the OG Titans as they come to Grand Lake Health Systems Field next Friday night. Of course, Rider Nation Station will be here to bring you all the play-by-play action of that Western Buckeye League encounter. Also, join Zach Farrell as he hosts Rules of the Game with Mark Sisko. There's a couple of things that we saw tonight that I'm sure will be of interest to our viewers as some of the calls that took place on the field. And our brand new program, it's called Third and Long, where we will touch base with former coaches of the Roughriders, Greg Freewalt, Roger Duncan, Denny Long, and Denny Vossler. And we'll talk about some of their experiences and encounters with the OG Titans in the years that they coached Roughrider football with Skip Bachman.
And those videos premiere right before our game. So if anybody tuned in tonight right at the game time, be sure you check the YouTube page for those shows that from earlier in the week.
Once again, congratulations to our winner, Kevin Court, of our Roughrider trivia question. He receives a gift card for a 15-inch pizza from Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub. We want to again thank our crack staff and crew that brought you tonight's contest. Again, fabulous job by the camera crew. Guys in the truck, wonderful job. Can't say enough about that. So with the 29-22 win over St. Mary's, the Wapakoneta Redskins run to their record to 2-1 on the season, 2-0 in the Western Buckeye League. With the loss, the St. Mary's Roughriders go 1-1 in the Western Buckeye League and 2-1 overall. Next week, the Roughriders, as I mentioned, will host the OG Titans as they come to Grand Lake Health Systems Field. For Zach Farrell, our entire Rider Nation Station crew, I'm Joe Hurlbert. Until next Friday night with more Roughrider football, so long, everyone.
Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help resolving? If so, call attorney David Wabacher at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Wabacher for all your legal needs.
Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.